I'm on my Instagram. I won't go live for Instagram, but we stand. Can you stand? Let me try. Let's go live, guys. Yeah. Ogummepe have scored today. Oh. His fans will not allow me to rest. Ronaldo's fans will not allow me to rest. All right. Facebook, waiting to happen now. Allow me to go live. Oh. All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm trying to see Facebook go live now. What's it happen now? What's happening? What's happening? Is it village people? Okay, let's go live on other platform. Maybe Facebook will join us. But guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Emir Sirdam show. It's a beautiful Tuesday from my side of the world. I hope you guys are having a great day too, wherever you're streaming or you're watching from right now. I don't even know how to start now, but where did we stop yesterday? We'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. Thank you so much, all of you that have joined us. I hope we have a wonderful conversation today. So if you're joining us for the first time, I say welcome. This is actually the Emir Sirdam show on TikTok. And I have some wonderful Nigerians here. I think I handpicked them today. Hopefully, we'll be having conversations ranging from Nigerians' experience, people that have experienced Nigeria from two sides or experienced the world from both sides. Nigerians back in Nigerians that are in diaspora that have not just in diaspora, Nigerians that are within our West African axis that have seen Nigeria seen Africa from a different angle. Probably come and tell their stories tonight and see how some of them on the comment section. And someone that she made a post. If you watched the video I posted 2 days ago, her question came after the last. She had the last question for Professor, and many people wanted to hear more about her, so I had to invite her today. My sister Jaja, perhaps she'll share her story also. So today is going to be all, and I also invited my brother, someone that has a very personal experience with Nigeria. Nigeria happened to him personally. Born physically non-challenged, a special human being, going out to hustle. Normal Nigeria, like yesterday, if we were on the live yesterday, one of my APC brothers came out and he said something about after elections, you got what? You got hustle. Got hustle now, And one of our brothers that actually after elections went to hustle and Nigeria put in. Hopefully, will be with us on the live today. But before I jump into all the guests and what we have stationed for tonight's show, I just want to indulge all of you that have joined us. Please, to take the next few seconds to share the live. Let's share the live wherever you're watching us from. Please share the live. I just want us to make sure that we can have as many people as possible on the platform. Please, let's share the live. If you're on TikTok, remember that we have a mandate to make sure we hit 100,000 likes every night we come out here. You guys have been amazing supporting this dream for so long. Thank you so much, my sister Chidima. Thank you. I am so grateful to you guys. So please do not stop. Tonight should not be an exception. Please, let's push as much as possible. Let's get more people into the conversation. If you know how important the kind of conversations we have on this platform is, then you understand why I have to push every one of you to please share the live. So guys, I want to see everybody share this live to 10 or more people right now. Copy the links, go on your WhatsApp stories, share it. All of our people from YouTube, thank you for joining us tonight. I see you guys already coming into the room. Facebook is yet to go live, but on X also I see you guys. On Instagram, thank you so much. If you want to request the mic for this show, honestly speaking, for now, you're going to request the mic from TikTok, and probably if you can see what can happen on Facebook, we'll see if you can move from Facebook. But for now, we'll be doing just TikTok for now. But please, wherever you're streaming from, and you know how important these conversations will be or have been to you as a person, please take the next few seconds to share the live. Let's get up into the conversation. Thank you so much. All right, let's before I bring in my guests, I have a whole lot of them here tonight. Before I bring in my people tonight, I would like to just share a little bit Let me see if I can try Facebook going live one more time. If not, I will just give up. Um, right. Let's see. Woo! Oh, finally, Facebook have gone live. Ah, thank you, Jesus. Okay, so please, guys, before we jump into the conversation today, I just want to say something that happened yesterday that we have not talked about, and maybe it's part of the problem that we have as a people, as a country, is how much information is being stifled back in Nigeria. There was actually a bomb blast in Lagos yesterday, in Mushin area of Lagos yesterday, and for some weird reasons, it is not making the rounds. It is not mainstream. It's not being talked about. It's not being discussed. It's like it's just another normal affair. And if you know Lagos, if it has reached Lagos, it's everywhere in the country. But in the characteristics of this government, they will always try to stifle and suppress the news. But it's our duty as Nigerians to make sure that we amplify it, for Nigerians to be aware and be careful of their surroundings and where they go to, and be watchful of their environment. When it comes to the issue of bomb blast, you cannot be too careful, because you might not be in the market. This actually happened in the marketplace in the early hours or I think of yesterday, in the marketplace in Mushin. So imagine it was peak period where people were in their hundreds or in their thousands in the market. That's how I would have lost so many people. But they tried to suppress the news, and I'm just putting it out there for Nigerians to understand where we are as a country. Insecurity, as I've always said, is like it's just like bad governance. It doesn't discriminate. So it's important I have to put that out, right? So today is going to be more of like an experience space. I'm just going to bring up my guests today, people I actually invited. Let's have a wonderful conversation today. I have 3 special people, and I'm not limiting this to just the 3 special people. Everybody is allowed to come up here to speak about this government. Is it the same AGK? Please, while you come up, please just mute your mic. Just mute your mic, and just so that we can have. All right, thank you so much. I'm just bringing people as much as possible so we can have. I want to do less talking today and more listening, because me, I don't to talk. Ima 419, go and change your name now. Change your name and request the mic. I know if you carry 419, come up my platform. Now I go answer in 419. I know they even get repercussion of waiting at the name go and answer for social media. And my brother, come on 419 for your name. I beg you, God, now, please. Thank you. All right, guys. Today's space, there's gonna be more of. You say you cannot. Is there a way I can listen to this audio as we used to last year? I'm not. Black president. Honestly speaking, I'm seeing if I can. I'm going to see if I have another account that I'm going to open for the Emir Sirdam show on X. So I'll probably be having a space concurrently going on while we are on this. So for now, please, you can only watch the video, or you can come to TikTok and join us on TikTok if you want to just join by audio. Right, but meanwhile, guys, on TikTok, please let's power tap the live, please. Let's get more into the conversation. Thank you so much. I see you guys. All right, I have right here on the stage. But I have let me bring up more people, so it's a few hours. But I have right here on the stage with me 3 distinct people. Yesterday, I was talking about Nigeria and how backwards we are currently in the country, in the scheme of affairs in the world. How even nations that are lower than us have left us behind. You know that when there's this I get them before mentality that we have as Nigerians. We forget so quick that time is passing, and that if you do not advance, or if you just stay stuck in a particular level, and because you're a big man, you know that there are other things that have been happening, that people are already moving on, people are already advancing, technology is moving on. If you're stuck in Nokia 3310 because you bought that Nokia 3310, you felt that you bought it maybe close to 100,000 naira. As of then, you felt like this is the height of technology, so therefore you're there. BlackBerry have come and gone. iPhone 6, iPhone 7, we're in iPhone 17. Time is passing. That's how it is with nations also. Nigeria is stuck in that 1999 mentality of big brother of Africa, giant of Africa. all the little nations that are around us have left us behind. And if you don't travel out, if you don't experience these people, if you don't go out of your comfort zone, you won't understand these things. You sit back at home and be thinking, now we be big brothers of Africa. The only thing that we are taking first in Africa today is in population. That's where we are first right now, in population. And actually our population currently is a cancer to the rest of Africa. Because if Nigeria continues to get bad, all it's going to cause is automatic migration. And where are Nigerians migrating to? Because of the fact that I've said that I'm into travel agency. Probably one of these I'm going to hawk my trade, no one patronize me, right? But I understand how the dynamics of visa application is right now in the Western world, and how they are locking up shops for Nigerians. So the quickest exit for Nigerians currently is through the borders. You see people that are using the desert, going through the desert, through Libya, through the Mediterranean to come to Europe. Or the closest exit is either through our neighboring countries, either through the Bakassi to Cameroon, or through Badagry to Benin Republic, which leads you into the other Western African countries, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. That way, just the Waka they go, right? And these countries, Ghana, these countries are not naturally very big countries like we are. And an influx of Nigerians to this country will only affect them, affect their economy, because they plan well. We have failed to plan as a country. We have been stuck in the same position of giant of Africa, big brother of Africa. We have just been in one position. We have not grown. So and this is where it hit me yesterday when our sister came up here and she's saying she's actually in Togo. Somebody from Liberia was on the show yesterday. He was talking about how is it $5 is worth more than 15,000 naira today. Liberia that fought war when George Weah, is it what's this man name? Is it Doe? Somebody Doe, Samuel Doe, in the 90s. People that while we were still alive, they were fighting war. They don't come better pass us. We don't fight any war. Our last war we fight civil war na 1967. Some 50 years ago. Nations have left us behind. No developmental strides. And when you come out and you're saying these things for Nigerians to understand, and that's why for me, these past few weeks have been so emotional for me, because I said, what we are demanding for as Nigerians is not far-fetched. It's not what has not been that it has been in existence in Nigeria before. A country whereby the king of Saudi Arabia used to come to University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital for treatment. A country whereby nations like Malaysia came to Nigeria and took our palm kernel and went to Malaysia and turned out to be one of the highest exporters of palm oil today in the world. Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew came to Nigeria. These people that experience this are still alive today. Nations have come and seen Nigeria, tapped from our wealth of resources, and gone to develop their countries from third world wars to first world nations today in a lifespan. So this change we are demanding for, this new Nigeria that we are demanding for, it is not something that is it's extraordinary. It's not a miracle. It's something that can be done and fixed through good governance. We have not had that for so long. So for me, when I heard my sister Tina talk yesterday, I was like, please, can you come up today? So today's conversation, I have 3 special people on the platform. I'll be bringing other people up to speak today. I'll try to see how I can limit it. But I think these guys are 3 special people that I think that, honestly speaking, left for me, I would have said each of them one per day. But I want to give you guys ample time to tell your stories as it is, because you're coming from 3 different angles. Tina stays in Togo. I want to know how the life in Togo is vis-a-vis to Nigeria. I want to have a comparative analysis of these both places, her experience in Nigeria, her experience back then. Then someone that is very dear to me, I met this young man in Nigeria. I met this young man on social media some 4 years ago, and his story really touched me. a story that I think that he will be best to explain to tell Nigerians better. But I'm not going to summarize it just because of someone that I met yesterday on this live telling me that after elections, Nigerians should go and hustle. So in the mindset of an average APC supporter, election is like football. As the greatest of all time, Messi scored yesterday. The person wey dey pursue am, Ronaldo scored today. So na banter for banter, na aura for aura. You know, that is how they see these things in this politics. My person don win. They don't understand that as Ronaldo and Messi don score, they don go dey enjoy their lives for their country. It doesn't add anything to the economy of Nigerians or Argentines or Portuguese. They don't understand that elections have consequences. That when you finish playing the politics of elections, that there's something that come after election, which is governance. They don't understand this dynamics, and that's exactly what you see. 99% of people that support this government, for them is wait 2027 come, una go cry. If we rig and finish, una go cry. Like, you see how they think that after the election, and God forbid it, these criminals in power by one way or the other, because Nigerians are stupid enough to allow them to rig themselves back to power, then common Nigerians will cry. Meanwhile, your mothers are the ones that will be pursuing, will be stone bread. Your mothers are the ones that will be unalive, will be kidnapped. Your fathers are the ones that will be picked up in the farms. Things are as difficult for everybody. So this young man in particular, Nigeria happened to him, and I would love him to share a story, because this young man went out to hustle like every normal Nigerian. Like APC tell Nigerians, if you be waiting for government to do it for you, which is insanity, because in same countries, government do it for them. So he was in Nigeria while I was speaking with him. This young man was a victim of Nigeria happening to him. He was born ably fit, like me and you, until one unfortunate day, Nigeria happened to him, and all of a sudden, he cannot see anymore till today. And he was in Nigeria when I met him. And in the space of 3 years, he's no longer in Nigeria. He's in Canada. So I want him to share his experience today with Nigerians, just for us to understand the dynamics of how these two nations have treated him. So his story, he will be in the best position to share a story today. And finally, my sister Jaja here, that I would love to. She said some stories the last time she spoke. Her last question, she dropped some information that she's the daughter of a very prominent journalist in Nigeria. I don't know if she wants to divulge all those things, but I think she'll be in the best position to divulge what she wants to divulge. But I think she has an insight to what's happening in the country, and the voice I think all of us will hear today. So guys, welcome to the show. Please, if you are excited as I am tonight, please let's share the live. Let's repost the live. Let's go up into the conversation. I just want us to know that tonight's live is going to be a very interesting live, as has always been on the Emir Sirdam show. And if you're requesting for the mic, I see I'm going to do my best to bring as many people up as possible. Thank you so much. But I'm going to start the live right now with let's start from Tina in that order, because I think her story is one that I promised to bring her up here today. Tina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening.
You're not on. Is it my? Let me check. Sorry, please. I'm coming. All right. Say something. Let me hear, please.
Hello?
Are you using your earpiece?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Please shoot. Let's
Is
see.
it better now? Is it okay?
Yeah. Try. Go on.
Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to another episode with Saddam. So, my name is Tina. I'm born Igbo, born in Nigeria, but my job has allowed me to travel to West African countries. So my first visit to West African, neighboring countries and West African countries mainly. My first visit to a country where I saw things working differently was in Cameroon, 2013. I went for Cameroon for an excursion, visited different cities, Buea, Limbe, Yaoundé, Douala, and one thing was constant security, even in those places you think is a rural area. It's not what we are used to from where I came from. So we're always carrying power banks. As a matter of fact, the Nigerians with me were always carrying power banks and all of that. Until we figured that now these guys, they have a constant and cheap gas supply. And then other countries follow. But basically, I'm going to speak about Togo. Togo is where I live right now due to work and marriage. So, even though I was born and raised in Nigeria, I understand that in the West African region, in Africa in general, there is a corrupt practices in our political system. But Nigeria's corrupt practice is spectacularly different. In other countries, the corruption will go on, but the leader will ensure that the citizens have the basic. However, in my country of origin, the citizens do not have anything. So in that order, I would highlight some of the benefits that we Nigerians enjoy. I'm just trying to speak as fast as possible to give room for others. The benefits that Nigerians enjoy here, and if you take those away, Togo is like a village compared to Nigeria. The capital city, which is Lome, is not half as beautiful as some of our states in Nigeria. I am not exaggerating. If any of us here or anyone who wants to visit, I am a call away from you.
Tina, I don't know if you could just please be a little bit more audible or talk, bring your phone closer to you so that because people are listening from other parts of you might be audible for people on TikTok, but I want your volume to just come up a little bit, please, if it's possible.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is Togo is not anything compared to Nigeria. The capital city is not half as developed as some of our states in Nigeria, let alone our capital, our economic capital and administrative capitals, which is Lagos and Abuja. However, even in the rural areas of this country, they have a working system. The basic needs of citizens are provided for. While you were speaking earlier, you did mention Nigeria happening to a person here. That is the term that Nigerians have coined to describe the norm that we experience that is not supposed to be in a working system. Corruption is not autonomous to Nigeria alone. It is a global thing. It is worse with African nations. Take the French African nations, for example. I can speak on those areas because that is where I am bilingual, basically. I am polyglot, but my job is mainly French English. So as a result, I have visited the neighboring countries, from Benin Republic to Togo, where I live, to Cote d'Ivoire, to Cameroon, to Central African Republic. So corruption is not peculiar to Nigeria. Bad political leaders is not peculiar to Nigeria. However, it is how these people treat the common citizens that make it terrible. I have never heard, you can never hear in a Togo government hospital that they do not have oxygen. It's impossible. Yesterday, I was talking about the benefits that even myself as a foreigner enjoyed. Though I was thinking it was peculiar to citizens, these are provisions made. But I discovered that the percentage of that provision for citizens is higher. But because you're a resident in Togo and a taxpayer in Togo, whether insured under their medical system or not, there is what they call social services, service social, where if you have exorbitant medical bills, you can go there and get the bills subsidized. The government is going to pay a certain percentage to give you citizens, or to give the patients rather, a helping hand to be able to cover up the rest of it. You're talking about our policing system. In these countries that I have mentioned, you don't find police officers on the road holding guns. Like I said earlier, if anyone is in doubt, you want to visit Togo, just come into my DM. Or you don't even need to come to my DM. It's very easy. If you have your passport, if you have that's the list you need. Your passport, your ECOWAS passport valid. You just pay your border fees and whatever, because those area is a corrupt area. The transit borders for countries in West Africa is corrupt. That is why I am emphasizing on saying it is not particularly Nigeria. So, you don't find police officers carrying guns. The worst you see them holding is batons and whistles. Guess what? They are respected. Citizens are not breaking traffic laws like we do. And they are not violent against citizens. They are not stopping every car to extort the citizens like we experience in Nigeria. When they stop you, they have a reason. When you present your documents, they don't have any reason to hold you. They let you go. Another thing they have, I was talking about constant electricity in these countries. Take a tour, Nigerians. You will see that we are suffering. You don't hear the sounds of generator sets in these countries. And for the like of me, I do not understand. Nigeria, once upon a time, was the sole supplier to most of these countries in terms of electricity. But they have figured themselves out enough to give electricity even in rural areas, the emphasis in rural areas. I don't know the last time many of us saw pipe-borne water in Nigeria. I live in Abuja, and it's been a very long time we had pipe-borne water. Most people are drilling their boreholes or looking for alternate ways to have water. We still have pipe-borne water in this country, and the government bringing bills just like you have in Europe and other advanced countries. I had my early years in the US, so I can make comparison very little. I've been away for too long. Yeah, but I'm alive to see what's happening thanks to social media. So you can see that these things are still consistent. Pipe-borne water for citizens. You are not begging. You're not sourcing for it. We're talking about security. Bomb blast in Lagos. When was the last time Togo was on the map, or any of our countries on the map, for such acts of terrorism or bomb blast or one form of insecurities that we are experiencing today? It is not there. But let me shock us. It is not because they do not arise. It is because the government caught them the moment they are starting. You can make a research sometime in 2019 through 2021 at Senkansin area of Togo and some areas in the north. They were believed to have received some terrorist group. They linked them to Nigeria. Of course, anybody that has a terrorist in their country will say they come from Nigeria. I don't blame them. The government did not only talk on TV. They don't even talk. They call it before they inform the citizens. And when the citizens got to know, was because they want citizens to work with government, see something, hear something, say something, so that the government can come to your rescue. Do not cover up these ones. That is why we can sleep with our two eyes closed. Most people who live in these countries will tell you that they don't have strict fences, high fences and strict security guard and all of that like we have in Nigeria. And it is not because they don't have crime, but the government makes sure that these crimes do not grow wings in their country. The government is still robbing the citizens, doing whatever they want to do. Let me talk to us a bit about the political system in Togo, for example. Before now, they were practicing a presidential system of government. You know, the family in power, you can do your research, everyone. The family in power, the Yasimi family, they have been ruling for almost 50 years now. The father ruled the country and his son took over. Now in 2024, the legislation of the country, the legislative part of the country, of course, it's a presidential system of government. They came up with an idea where they changed their constitution, thereby introducing a different type of political practice where they now have a prime minister and a president. And that came as a result of the clamor for a change. This French African states, you can research it. You can find a leader. For what's this guy's name? Paul Biya of
Paul Biya.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
He's almost dying, but he's still there.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. So it's a norm. The only country that is close to redemption is Benin. They try to ensure that periodically they change their leaders. And then now, of course, the guy from the military guy, what's this country again?
Burkina Faso.
Recently, so now what they did is to change the system of governance, where they can now have a president who sits on the throne for a period of 6 years. However, the sole executive power rests on the prime minister. Who is the prime minister? The same person. And guess what? It's for life. The office of the prime minister. I'm just trying to point out the fact that political corruption and practices is here, but they try to give their citizens the bare minimum. I have mentioned pipe-borne water. I have mentioned constant electrical supply. Of course, recent times we're not having power outage, where they disrupt powers for a few minutes, and that's it, or a few hours, of course. There were reasons for that. The government tried to explain why we're experiencing that. I don't know if anyone has ever explained to anybody in Nigeria why they don't have light for the longest. But here they still feel that the citizens have the right, because the citizens will complain. And then we have a walking ambulance. That's the part that is very interesting. Accident victims. When I first came here, it was to me culture shock. Culture shock in the sense that you see an accident, as minor as it is, a bike accident. The next thing you hear them say is lie on the ground, lie on the ground. No, if you're still about that police ever venir, like the police is going to come first to measure, to know who's right and wrong, and then the ambulance is going to come and pick you out, like, eh? And I actually saw it happen. The most interesting part is, if you have an emergency, you can just Google the nearest ambulance services next to you and call the number. And within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an ambulance is by your doorstep.
Oh, God.
I survived my pregnancy because they had a walk-in system.
Oh.
I had pre-eclampsia in pregnancy. Doctors in the house and mothers who have been through that stage, this was my first experience. I actually learned the word in pregnancy. So it was managed. It was coming with high BP. And we all know high blood pressure is terrible with pregnancies. So that particular day, although my doctor had told me it's going to be, I was going to have a selective CS because of the state of my health. There was no room for me to even try the vaginal bed. So 2 days to my day of, I was going to have my surgery on Tuesday. On Saturday night, I started having a fever. Saturday afternoon, I started having a fever, a serious one. So the doctor says to monitor. I'm going to, I'm saying doctor said, right? Now they have a system where you are in contact with your doctor. When you go visit your doctor, they stamp their information on whatever documents they are giving you, which includes their phone number. So you don't have to rush to the hospital every 80 market days. Within that 1 month duration or 3 months, depending on the hospital, you can call your doctor and explain your symptom. If they need you to come to the hospital, they will. If they want you to, maybe they want to make a prescription, they have a working system such. Oh God, when do I start? I'm just wasting things because Nigeria is a shambles. Somebody referred to Nigeria as a zoo. And believe me, if we don't do something about it, we are not far from being that zoo. Do you know that their pharmacies are regulated? Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry will wake up and establish a pharmacy. No, you must have a license. You must have been registered. They have a working system. And the drugs that are sold in their pharmacies are regulated. So if you're used to buying Amla, or some of these are Nigerian medications, you have to go buy them in black markets. The drugs in their pharmacies are either from France, from Germany, which there were three. There are three countries where they allow drugs to be imported from. And if anyone is going to come from this our African nation, especially Nigeria, the kind of scrutiny they go through, and that is because they see Nigeria as the headquarters of fake drugs. So if you must take in 2019 as well, there was a war against fake drugs in Togo. And it's only in the black market, not in their pharmacies, because the government regulates the pharmacy. So if the drugs in weekends, not every pharmacy is working. They have designated pharmacies that work 24 hours, one in every region, one in every environment. So they have a working system. Now back to the story about the ambulance. So I had a fever. Now my doctor says, okay, my husband should now monitor every hour, considering the danger we already are afraid of happening. If the fever gets to a certain point, or my BP gets to a certain point, that I'll have to deliver that baby before the Tuesday, we'll say okay. Now at about 10 something p.m., brother, it was raining. Sir, it was raining. And out of the blues, the fever came without control. The fever was about 39 point something. And of course, my BP was over the roof. So the doctor, with my husband, sent the details to the doctor. The doctor said, no, bring your wife to the hospital. We're taking the baby out right now. He says, okay. He said, are you driving? My husband says, yes. He says, no, call the ambulance. I want you to watch your wife every minute. Sir, if he's in Nigeria, if I survive it, to be by the grace of God. My husband had to, we were new to this. My husband is Nigerian too. So my husband asked, he says, sir, how do I call the ambulance? He said, check for the ambulance services closest to your area. So we had to go to Google, ambulance services near me. As God will have it, there's even one that is not up to 10 minutes away from my house. At about 11 p.m. on a rainy Saturday, ambulance came and picked me up. So before I got to the hospital, they had already prepped the theater. They took me in, they brought my baby out.
That is good.
Sir, Nigeria would have happened to me. Because they'll first of all start talking about oxygen. That is, if they will not. Guess what? They have a working generator in this country. There is no hospital that does not have it. You cannot operate a hospital that does not have a standby gen. I'm not the one that you go and switch on when NEPA takes light. No. I'm using Nigerian language and I'm not bianum gen. No. The one that when the light is going off, the gen is picking up immediately. So there is no kind of story. If anything happens to you, it may be poor management, of course, that can happen. In Africa, really, right? So that can occur, that the nurse is lazy, or they don't know how to do this, or this and that, but not on the basic amenities. They provide it, including, like I talk about, medical insurance. It's not the one you are working with NNPC and they have to insure you, no. Even a market woman can have a medical insurance.
Oh.
The one selling tomato. Sir, I am saying this and I am telling anyone online listening to verify these informations that I am giving. And when you talk about service social, it's not only for locals, it's also for everybody residing in Togo.
Please let me pause you here now for now, please, Tina. Thank you very much. Just in case you're joining us late and you've been listening to Our Lady speak and just paint a very beautiful picture of her experience. She's not talking about France or Netherlands or Canada or America, or she's talking about Togo, that Lagos is richer than. Her experience as a Nigerian in Togo. This is for those that think when we demand for the little things, like Prof said, the low hanging fruits, the basic amenities, basic, very basic amenities that every government should provide. This is what Tinubu can provide for Nigerians in the space of 3 months. I want to ask you a question before I will bring in other people. Just these two questions. If you can just, I want to ask you first of all, how expensive is light electricity in Togo, please?
Well, electricity in Togo is quite expensive compared to. Okay, as of now, it's on the same level with Nigeria because Nigeria is electricity. I've been hearing this band A, band B. I don't really understand it so much because I haven't been in Nigeria since 2019. I just visit and I come back here. This is where I'm based now. So, but from what I have been seeing, I think it's on the same level. However, it is not factured the same. Let me give you an example. If the government before now used to, sorry, I'm going to digress a bit in answering your question. You see the excesses that Peter Obi says is going to come when he comes into power? Togo's administration have done that. Before now, the government of Togo used to pay for a lot of all of these excesses for their senior, you know how it is, like we have in Nigeria. They cover all of those expenses. So they had to cut it because they feel it was rubbing off on the poor masses, who in terms of dividends, I would say, and benefits. Sorry, I'll take you back a bit. Do you know COVID time? They gave us 3 months free electricity, 3 months free water supply, 1 month free electricity supply during COVID. And they were giving stipends. If you have a card to identify yourself as a citizen, whether expired or whatever, you get that. So for the other people who benefited from it are taxpayers. So to return to your question, they now structured a system where the elites tend to pay more than the rural areas. I don't know if you understand that. It's not
Yes,
the
yes.
same tariff. Yes, it's not the same tariff. So the elites tend to pay more on electrical consumption than rural areas. And of course, it is just like you have it in France, let me use your words, or in the US or in Canada. If your electricity is exhausted, it goes off. You can recharge from your phone, or no, we have that in Nigeria now. Or you can go to their offices and lay complaints. And it's not the issue of our transformer got bad. Then I've seen this online. Transformer is bad, and then the people in the estate after all area after
Contribute
meeting
money.
a lot on the government will now start contributing money. It doesn't happen. If they even bill you wrongly, just take proof of your electrical consumption. Just snap it and go to their office. Fill a form, file a document. They will bring it. They will send somebody to come and rectify it. And in cases where you overbilled, sir, you'll be refunded. Or they will ask you if you want to top up your electricity with it.
What of mobile network, internet, please, Scott, Doc. I want, please, guys, right? I'll probably in just a minute, please. I'll probably, as Tina is speaking right now, some ideas are coming to my head. I'll probably have a series on Nigerians living in Africa, your experience. I want because from Tina's experience, I want because someone is saying on the comment section, Kenyan shillings is $100 for electricity. You have light. I really want to know. I really want us to let us really open up this thing. Let us tell Nigerians how experience of Nigerians in other parts of part of Africa, not Western world. Because when you see these people that support this government, they are masters of gaslighting and manipulation. They'll tell you, look at the cost of coke in America. Look at it. So let us do Africa right now. We're in Togo right now, guys. So somebody's on YouTube saying that they thought Tina is speaking about Holland. So all what Tina is saying right now, some people are thinking that she's in Holland, though. No. She's in Togo.
It's Togo. If you want to come to Togo, just have your passport. You don't even need me. But if you need help, maybe for the language barrier, I will render you my service for free to guide you. You want to go to the market, you want to do whatever. I may not be the one to go with you, but I can assign someone to help me take you out. I'm offering this today. Today, if you have intentions of Nigerians that like to take tour in the cities, you're welcome. I'll give you that for free. If you want to go to Benin, I don't have contact that will tour you in Benin, but I have contact that will help make your stay in Benin very easy.
Thank you very much, Tina. All right, just please give us a breakdown cost of internet. You guys use SEPA, right?
Yes, we use SEPA. So
That
I'll give you the cost.
so that means people's currency is stronger than naira now.
In naira. Just yesterday, I needed to sort a bill. I have issues with my EcoBank account here because of a problem with my EcoBank account in Nigeria. So they are trying to rectify it. So I can't access my account. So for me to have money, I have to pull money from my Access Bank account. Sir, I needed me 300,000 CFA. I pulled out 780,000 naira to get 328,000 CFA. And that's because the guy is my guy. If it could be worse than that. So when I give the cost of my internet bill in CFA, let's convert in naira, and let someone tell me they pay that same cost. If I could switch to video,
yeah,
I have a TV
I would have loved to let them even be seeing your face. Maybe like saying, if you want to, for your privacy, if you want to.
I don't mind.
Then you can on your camera. I think I've sent you an invite to turn your camera on.
So I'm in my bedroom, as you can see. You can see I have a TV on.
We can't see your camera on. I don't know if you have turned the camera on.
I think I have.
Okay, yes, exactly. Thank you.
So this is my office table in the room. That's my TV on. You can see the lights. Okay. Now I'm talking. The reason I'm showing this is for my gadgets. That's a smart TV on the wall. I'm talking to you with one. This is my laptop. This is my phone. My husband's laptop is over there. Let me just walk briefly to my living room so you see that they're also watching football live. And of course, we don't have DSTV here.
Without generator. Nigeria will hear gudu everywhere. Hey God.
So this is my router. No, what do they call that thing? That repeater. Repeater. So that access to electricity, to the internet in my bedroom will be stronger. Sir, I live in a smart house, right? Where we need internet for everything. We pay 15,000 CFA monthly. There are different bandwidth, right? So there is one that is for 25,000 CFA monthly, which means it's a higher, I don't know how they call it.
Higher speed, yeah.
Yeah, I have higher speed. But you can see the TV there, this one. So what do I need a higher speed for? So 15,000 CFA converted to naira, 30 is not up to 50,000 naira.
For the whole internet in the house?
Yeah, it's unlimited for the house.
Oh yeah, Nigerians in the comment section. Oh yeah, how much are they paying for internet for it?
Unlimited. So here is even more expensive to buy mobile data than to buy have your Wi-Fi installation.
Yeah.
However, the reason you can see this we have our personal one for the house, but there is one for the two for the building, one for downstairs, one for this floor. So the reason we disconnected from, and if we were using that one, sir, guess what? We'll be paying less than, give or take 10 or 15,000 naira monthly if we were using the one for the building, right? Because the bill is shared. So we decided to, we'll have to buy repeater to bring the internet closer. So my husband says, no, let's just disconnect from it and we'll have ours installed. So you are paying not up to 50,000 naira monthly for unlimited internet supply. The only time your internet is off is when the let me say 31st of June 2026. It will go off. They will give you notification 5 days before and 3 days before and a day it's gonna expire. So they will give you a reminder your internet is gonna expire so they go and renew. You are not in a hurry to renew to have turnover, or you want to renew so that this my unused MB will be forwarded. No, all of that is not happening. It's not happening. So a working system, and before now, the one we're using used to be higher. I think the government intervened. I'm not sure. I want to quote wrongly, right? However, sir, I am paying less than 50,000 safer naira, which is 15,000 safer for monthly internet subscription in my house.
Let me circle back to the hospital, because let's go back to the hospital, please.
Yes.
Please, I don't know if you've been to any hospital in Nigeria before.
If I have what?
If you've been to hospitals in Nigeria before, sorry, please.
Yes, I have.
So please, let's just compare and contrast the facilities, your experience in both countries for Nigerians. If you can just summarize it for us, please.
I don't know if this car can be seen.
Yes, yes.
It's from an armed robbery attack in Nigeria. So I would say Nigeria happened to me, because what you hear in this country is thief. Petty thieves that will come and you can park your car outside the compound in this place. When you wake up in the morning, you find your car, the highest thing, the mirror will be gone. I don't know if you understand. Things you cannot try in Nigeria. So comparing the medical system here and what we have in Nigeria, believe me, sir, Nigeria have, in my opinion, the best. I would compare Nigeria to Ghana, not Togo. Nigeria is better than Togo in terms of expertise, because I have heard of...
No, I'm not talking about expertise now, because when it comes to expertise, we have the best in the world. I can't... I'm talking about facility wise, because if it's expertise, I believe we have the best in the world.
In terms of facility, you will compare government hospitals here in terms of facility to big private hospitals in Nigeria. I am saying this because in government hospitals here, you will never hear stories of there was no oxygen. You will never hear stories of there was no doctor. You will never hear stories of they took lights in the middle of operation, or all those bullshit. You won't hear that, never. And the government hospitals here are big. Now, like I told you about the government regulations, so the private hospitals here, most of them are referred to as clinic. You must have several years of practice and must have fulfilled a lot of medical terms before your clinic will be changed to hospital. Not like what we have in Nigeria. So if you go to this private hospitals, mostly clinics, a few of them hospitals, because the government, let me use in the Bible, say the finger of God. So it was involved in the life of the Israelites. So because the finger of the government is in the medical system, they have their stuff working. So in terms of amenities, well, sir, they beat Nigeria because there is no scarcity of all of those things that we do experience in my country. You are in hospital, they say no doctor. Why? How? Or like accident victims there is no ambulance to pick them, or they pick them, they bring them to a doctor, you're saying if there's no police report, you don't treat them. Why? Such things don't happen here. So that's why they beat us. But if you go to some of our very big hospitals I don't know Lagos, our older cities, I only know Abuja very well. That's where I'm born and raised. If you want to compare it to Maitama district hospitals, I'm using our public hospitals now, or the Federal Medical Center, Jabi, you know, those are hospitals you will use to compare their government hospitals here in terms of amenities. If I lie down in a ward in Togo, in a private ward, and I take a picture, you see how abroad hospital used to be like, right? I would just send it. I wish I could. I was seeing so much, and there was so much drama.
Hospital go they switch you to go.
Pardon?
I said hospital go they switch you to go.
No, you know they switch go. But I will tell you, say that abroad that you can.
But you know when you see abroad pictures, the hospital will be switching you to. I would love.
If I'm not in the public one is like ours.
Oh, God have mercy.
It's like Nigerian public hospital ward. Yeah, but if you go into a private hospital, in Togo's hospital, right? They are neonatal where they put newborn babies, right? They have another room where the mothers sleep. They have beds. They have when you admit somebody in a hospital, they have a bed. They have a small cabinet like that, right? So the children are in their own ward. Their mothers are in their own ward with mosquito nets, with all of that.
Thank you, Tina. Please just hang on with me because I have other guests here on the platform. But guys, I don't know if you're listening to this story. Honestly speaking, this is like it's a shock to me and to many people listening to this. If you're not taught that Africa,
if anybody is in doubt, come to Togo and see for yourself. The city will annoy you because they have nothing, absolutely nothing enticing in this country. There is nothing here that can make you want to. Oh, I want to go to Togo. Like Nigerians, I want to go to South Africa. I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to. No, nothing. Togo is mostly a commercial country.
On a very normal, right? We have no business comparing ourselves with Togo.
That's it. No business.
Togo should be, if you're ever going to compare Togo with any place in Nigeria, maybe you compare with, like, let's say Ebonyi or
I don't know Ebonyi,
or Benue or Kogi or Kogi.
No, Kogi is too bad. No, Kogi is too bad. Yeah, Kogi is too bad. But what I'm saying is, whenever a Togolese living in Luma is a capital. Right?
Somebody's asking, do they have mineral resources? Because I want to circle down to my brother told me, then I'll come to you.
They have mineral resources here, and the citizens are of the opinion that the government is exploiting them. They have phosphate. What's phosphate in English?
Phosphate.
Yes. They are very rich in phosphate. They are very rich in
just phosphate. They don't have gold.
Phosphate. What they use in making cement.
They don't have gold.
No, they don't have gold.
They don't have diamonds.
No, they are not.
They don't have oil and gas.
They don't have oil and gas. They have oil, small, but not enough for exportation like we are doing and making millions out of it. No.
They don't have uranium. They don't have what is it called? Cobalt.
They don't have that. Their richest resources is phosphate.
When I hear Nigerians, please on Google phosphates. Where can I hear the kind? I don't shall say if we get phosphate from Nigeria, we know they will use them. We don't need them.
That is their richest natural resources. The one they have in abundance. Every other thing they have it small.
You see that? Thank you very much, Tina. Please just stay with me, please. Let me bring in on. I want this conversation. If you're joining us, please. If you're just joining us, I've been talking to our sister Tina. She's based in Togo, and you might have been hearing her saying so many beautiful things, and think she's talking about Canada. No. She's talking about Togo. What everyday Togolese and expatriate in Togolese experience when it comes to the basic amenities of life. So I'll talk about governance most times, especially for people that support this government. And for many Nigerians, unassumed Nigerians, don't understand that there are things they call basic amenities. Security, healthcare, water, light. These things are basic that government must provide for you. It's not what you use as campaign. Good roads.
They don't congratulate the government for making.
You don't campaign with all those things. You should not campaign that I'll give people light. No. It's because of how bad Nigeria is. People are not using.
Please let me add the educational system from primary to the end of secondary, as far as you're going to government school, is free. And guess what? Teachers don't go on strike for lack of salary. You provide the students with uniform and books, right? So if you don't want your child going to public school, you don't want them wearing khaki, you can now send them to any private school. And they have rates in private schools, of course, like we have in Nigeria. But you can never, I'm saying this, and I will repeat, if you want to come to Togo to verify, come to my DM. Or do your research. Or come by yourself. You will never find one public school dilapidated, let alone looking for a VDM to go and renovate it. If you find one, I will give you 500,000 naira.
In Togo.
It's not possible.
In Togo. In Togo.
In your backyard. So just so we know that Togo is not too far. In your backyard. You don't use plane if you like. You use roads to go. From Lagos, you can use GO. From Lagos to Togo is not more than 80,000 naira. In case you want to come by road. If your airpiece used to come here, but they had issues with their MOUs and then they no longer come. So you can either use Sky.
Now, my friend say Nigeria is working, that Dangote and Otedola are saying they're making profits. That means shows Nigeria is working. You see, Nigeria. Ah, my goodness. Tina, thank you very much. Please stay with me, please. Let me just bring in Waziri. Waziri, can you hear me? Thank you very much, please. Thank you. Just stay with me because I know people have questions for you. Then we'll come to this. We'll come back to you. Waziri, can you hear me? You see, before I will come to Waziri, my brother. Somebody's asking now, what is the population of Togo? You know that's the problem with you people in this thing. You people that support this government. If I now bring for people a nation that is big, same size with that is bigger than Nigeria. If I now bring for a nation that is bigger than Nigeria, now you people will talk, say, and I go begin change question to what is their date of birth. You people always find something to just change the whole narrative. If Togo is small and it's not populated, and so what? Are there not bigger nations bigger than Nigerians that do well for their people? How is China's population? China is 10 times the population of Nigeria. Don't you know how China was 20, 30 years ago to China today? 20, 30 years ago, can you buy something from China? They will tell you it's Chinese product. It's fake. Look at China today. So please, let's stop this approach. Trying to change the narrative every time you are trying to hold this government accountable. And I'm gonna find one excuse. Now I'm bringing my brother Waziri. Thank you so much, my brother Waziri. I'm going to come to Waziri. So Waziri just shared a story for Nigerians. This is someone that I said earlier on. If you've joined this space earlier on, I said this young man was born like me and you. Waziri, I don't know if you want to turn on your video because I really want this to be a very spectacular space. I don't know if you can turn up your video, my brother. So
hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you audible, my brother.
Sorry, I need my wife to help me do one or two things because TikTok is not really accessible. But can you see me?
Not yet. If you can turn your video on, then I think we can see you.
Oh, okay, hold on. Maybe come please. If I turn on the video, it's not on.
Okay, yeah, you're on now. It's on now. I can see you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Sorry, TikTok is not accessible yet. It's not like Twitter.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, just let me just do a little intro for you before you come into the conversation. Well, thank you. This is my brother Waziri. I met like 4 or 5 years ago. And when I heard his story was one that I was like, how can we make this guy's story global? How can the world hear about this guy? And you see his passion when he's speaking about how much he wants Nigeria to work. And you see how life happens. In the space of four years now that I've known him, he has seen two sides of the world, the Nigerian angle and the Canadian angle of the world. So for context, Toby is currently partially impaired. He was not born this way. He was born like me and you with our sight intact. Well grown, you see, I'm handsome, fine man. You wake up one morning, make him go hustle after make him go do a hustle. Like you people in APC always say, after governance, go and hustle. Go and find your way. Hustle, 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 you know. And he woke up to go and hustle. And Nigeria happened to him. So I'm going to allow Toby to share a story for Nigerians to understand, because I can't do much than him himself. And then we can ask questions, do comparative analysis of both sides, and why he is still talking about Nigeria today, despite where he is. My brother Toby, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Emir Sirdam. Thanks for inviting me. I'm not wearing my dentures, so you can see my teeth. I came where I am so that people understand, where I'm coming from. Before I start, Emir Sirdam, permit me to start this way. See, recently, a lady who is blind back in Nigeria, who was doing well, actually she was managing under Buhari. She was doing well. I would say she was doing well for herself. Her husband is not lazy. She's married to a northerner, but they live in Lagos. This lady has been begging me for the past 3 months. This was a lady that was doing business under Buhari, that was still managing. I've not been trying to avoid. It was just yesterday that I just had this try to say that something small. Where am I heading to? You will see these APC people will come and tell you, Dangote is doing well. This person is doing well. Motedola is doing well. How about the average Nigerian? How about the stories of this kind of people I just told you about? And you are using it as political points. It's really unfortunate. Now, to my story, Emir Sirdam. An APC guy came in yesterday, and I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a question with my story. The guy lives in Lagos. He was politicking, no humanity, no empathy. You could literally read it. The guy that came after, what's the name, Archangel. And I was almost weeping for a young guy. Sounds so young. Lives in Lagos. Now I'm going to ask I'm going to ask a question with my story. I was hustling back in Nigeria, back in 2019. I wanted to start up a business in Capital Village. I worked with everybody. I worked with Igbo people. I mingled with a lot of people. I was raised by a single mom. I wanted to, do my own thing and just start up my life. So I started driving Uber. So this was in Lagos. I lived in Oshodi all my life. So I started driving Uber. Long story short, I picked up a rider in 1004 estate. Victoria Island, Lagos. 1004 estate. For people who think Lagos is secured and your life here, you think you're safe. We started the trip, I picked up the rider, we're going towards mainland on a coal bridge. I've never even entered Surulere. We're waylaid by 2 young men. And long story short, one of them pulled out a gun, and it was an improvised gun. It was a standard gun. I don't think I'll be alive speaking. It would probably have been an headshot, or maybe he shot me on somewhere on my face. But it turns out that it was a locally sophisticated gun. That's based on the report of the policeman. So he reached out, he was asking for my phone. There was another one asking my rider for her belongings. And it happened so fast. And I said, I won't lie to you. I was scared. The only time I saw a gun that close to me, a gun like that was in movies, But this was a gun being pointed at me, and, no story. I just want to, I don't want to dwell on all this part of my story. So, long story short, he shot at me within a minute. I was just about to reach out to my phone, a phone that is no more than $50. And within a minute, he shot at me. Now, this was a bridge where the Tinubu people will say there's rapid response squad, police are located here and all of that. Emir Sirdam, now this is the crux of my story, because I've done a little bit of analysis of my story. The whole thing happened, my rider went to ran to get help. She came down from the car. I told her to go get her. I was bleeding already. I could feel my hands getting cold. Now, at a point, I was left there all alone by myself. Beside my car, I was bleeding out on the covert, in between both lanes. Those of you are in Lagos that listen to me, you understand what I'm talking about. On the covert, I was lying out there, and I could hear cars pass by. And I said, it will not happen in Canada. Even in Togo that my sister is talking about. Do you know why people did not come and rescue me? Because of the field system. Is that if somebody come and rescue me, they will say, now you kill him, now you kill him. Before you did, somebody will be in prison for what they know. So I don't even blame anybody for not stopping to help me. Long story short, my rider got the attention of some policemen. They took me to the hospital. I went to Yaba Military Hospital. That was the first hospital I went to. The next day, they moved me to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. Now, Emir Sirdam, by the time I got there, the doctors came, they checked me. They said they will save one eye. I want you to be noting these things down. They said they will save one eye. And Emir Sirdam, I'm just rushing through my story so I don't bore people. Emir Sirdam, they said they will save one eye. See, this is getting me emotional. And after a week, they told me that they will come after 1 week. They said this eye is looking, I think it was the left eye. They said it's still looking savable, they can do that, they're twisted. Emir Sirdam, after 1 month, see, in fact, it was my mom that was putting eye drop in my eyes. The nurses will come once in a while, do their best. Where am I again to? If this APC supporter was in my shoes, partisan, doesn't know about politics, and this happened to you, would you be here supporting APC? Do you supporting APC? That's just a rhetorical question. Now, that's a book, the political awareness in me. The next thing I knew, Mr. Peter Obi came true. You know, and I started to understand how governance affects the lives of people. Emir Sirdam, I just told you the story of people with disabilities in Nigeria that I talk to every single day. And now they are bringing up a new strategy. That's the strategy they are pushing on Twitter now. Dangote is doing well. This person is doing well. They are talking about real situations, real life situations. And some APC talks. Some people have no empathy, they have no conscience. I have cousins. I grew up in Osho, they are not what I'm talking about. I have cousins who are supporting APC. I know where these people are coming from. See, if it's for tribe, we know that, okay, you are supporting. So in fact, for tribe, we know that it's stupidity. But you throw away your conscience. You throw away your humanity for you. So I was just listening yesterday, and you could literally see the devil in some. So people say, hey, I'm a Christian. But literally, you are seeing the devil literally in some people. You have no humanity. No, you see, look at, okay, what do you want to say about the children that are in the bush? How does Dangote that is doing well affect those children? Why you guys run away from reality because you want to politic? Then when we talk like this, you say we are being emotional. You see, let me tell people this, especially youth. See, you run away from politics. You say, you don't concern me. They are beating, they are breaking people head. See, if you run away from politics, see, politics is interested in you. You are saying you are not interested in politics. It is interested in you. And Emir Sirdam, if I was in a working system, Emir Sirdam, since I'll be seeing my children today, some people say I don't give a heck if you think I'm going to go political points. I'll probably have been married, I'll be able to see my children. This is what politics can do to you. This is what governance can do to you. Let me even be realistic, because I said, you know my type of content, and I'll link you with politics. Because of APC, because of this governance, people are not getting married in Nigeria. I hear stories a lot. I have conversations. They are not because the economy is not working. There's no jobs. Politics affect your life. And some people, whether you are paid, I don't know, it's so glaring for the blind to see. I don't have to see before I know that people are suffering in Nigeria. But why? Because of the 5,000 they are giving you. Or is it allegedly a king deal that they are collecting 5 million? You throw your conscience into the ocean. Yes, there are people like us who will always speak the truth, no matter who is involved. I saw somebody I respect so much. I called him Emir Sirdam today, and I was like, "This is what the heck is going on?" Emir Sirdam, I'm in Canada now, and let me just quickly brief you. They lost the little like and I'm not going to take much time. Emir Sirdam, do you know that even before I came to Canada, when they were doing all those their rubbish, do you know that I missed one part? Do you know that when I was in Lagos State University Hospital, I was fetching water myself. My mom had to be fetching water. There was no running water.
Huh?
At some point, the toilet was full. My mommy could not use the toilet. Is it mosquito you want to get? There was no net. Now, I was complaining about the delay of the doctors, Emir Sirdam. And I think it got some attention on social media back then. And my mom, because I was saying, she used to sell kunu in Lagos State University. I grew up in Lagos, I know what I'm talking about. She used to sell kunu, that's how she raised us. We used to sell kunu, me and my brother, we sell kunu also that way we were seeing in Lagos State University. So she knows some people that connected to the some Wolus government back then. Now, guess what happened in Emir Sirdam? I complained that this is me. I was shot. You told me you will save one eye. And doctors have not come forward. 1 month. And now, after everything, the eyes got infected. And I started complaining on social media. Then guess what happened in Emir Sirdam? One of the head nurses, that is, they know it themselves. Now we came to tell my mom, Mrs. Waziri, we should calm down. This your son's story has gotten to Oga at the top. That's how they said it. The next day, we knew, the manager of Lagos State University was to summon me and my mom to his office. And Emir Sirdam arrogantly, I speak where he said, this is the way he said it. He said, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. But why are you complaining on social media? Which means the government about my case. But why are you complaining on social media? And Emir Sirdam, I couldn't cry. But like I will repeat it again. If only now let me just wrap up what I wanted to say. Now the next after we're done with because I couldn't even take it off. My mom we just moved to Eye Foundation at Ikeja. And Emir Sirdam, I quote the doctor. The doctor said, if only you had come. This was a private hospital, and this is a lesson to people. See, in the meantime, if you can go to a private, how many people can even afford private hospital? And Emir Sirdam, if the problem that I went to that private hospital, the problem would have saved one guy. That was what Dr. Ogo, I remember the doctor's name. I would never forget. He said, if only I came earlier. You see how government trickles down and affect your life. And so people play politics with people. Now I'm in Canada. I'm not this. Just like this, Madam Tina said, now I'm in Canada. I'm not a citizen. I know what Canada is doing for me. I know what Canada is doing for my children. Free education, there's child benefits. And this is a country that doesn't have 1/3 of our resources. It's only Abata that is rich in oil. I don't know if Abata that problem, but I will see about Abata. Nigeria's everything. See, I can beat my chest that if Nigeria was working, every person with disabilities in Nigeria will not be poor. Because I am living a okay life. I have nothing to worry about. Emir Sirdam recently, there was a time my daughter, I was scared that she was going to choke. She put toy in I called ambulance. Although before the ambulance came, I know my wife did CPR lessons. Before the ambulance came, my daughter, it didn't take more than 3 minutes before the ambulance arrived. But look at me, I was on that road. Nobody called down. I was just in the traffic. I was bleeding out. And it's only my God's grace I'm alive today to share this. But as I wrap up, I know many people may ask questions about, the difference between Nigeria and, when it comes to disability or what have you. But as I wrap up, I want to speak to the youth. See, if you don't get rid of this government, Nigeria will happen to you. And I'm not saying that it happened to you one by one. See, the people who complained yesterday are the victims of today. Those people that you saw, they once saw people being kidnapped on TV or on phones. Those people that are being kidnapped today, that are facing all this crazy or what have you, or the bad health system, they once saw that people go through this and say, God forbid it not happen to me. It happened to them. Look at it, in the news recently, they kidnapped APC chairman for Kebbi State. See, it's not like we hate President Tinubu. If Tinubu was doing well, I would support Tinubu. If it was affecting the life of the average Nigerian, that we are seeing it literally, not a student loan. That if you do student loan, if you come back in, where is the job to pay that student loan? They will say this. Okay, like I always say, that statistics we do. Is that what you people told Mr. Peter? Is it statistics that the poor people that are suffering now? Is that what they will eat? Young people of Nigeria, see, if you don't take this next election seriously, if you don't grab the bull by the horn, go ready, carry stick to defend your votes, carry 2 by 2. If you have dogs, just like what people have been shouting, if you don't get this man out of that place, this coming election, and let me put it the way it is, let me just put it mathematically, Nigeria will probably have to you, whether you are an APC supporter or not. It will come to you. I'm not swearing for anybody. It is the reality. It will come to you. Even if it was Mr. Peter Obi that was there, and this is what is happening, I can bet Emir Sirdam that he will be creating this place too. Even though we like Mr. Peter Obi, we will be dragging him. That is what it's supposed to be. Not that you people will come here, you will come to politics. People don't know how to win politics. Yeah, in Canada, they believe that government should affect the people. That's why these countries are working. It's Peter Obi people are concerned about. Governance you cannot do. If this man, Mr. President, was doing well, we will not be criticizing what they are doing. For anyone who means well for Nigeria, let me end it this way. May Nigeria not happen to you. But see, for anyone who have chosen to throw their conscience away, for anyone who chooses to be inhumane to what is happening, it will happen to your family member, it will happen to you. One day Nigeria happens. Emir Sirdam, thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I don't believe it. I just put that clap there just as an appreciation for your perseverance. Our wife, come here, come to the camera. Come here, let me give you flowers. Come here. This come here, come to the camera. Come, I want to make you popular. Come here. This is the hi. There are 5 women in my life. I respect. This woman is one of them. God bless you so much. I want to pray for you. On behalf of everybody listening to me, please, guys, I want people to dash this woman. Just dash her gifts on my behalf. I've never asked people for anything in my life or my life. I've never asked people for anything. If you love what I do on this platform, I beg you guys, please give these people like nothing ever. This woman is a blessing. She's a proof that they are good women. She's a proof that they are really good women. This woman married our brother when he was blind, when he had nothing. She has been a pillar for this boy. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. You know, I don't feel love you past Wazirio, but I love you after that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
God bless you. Thank you for taking care of our brother for us. Thank you for being there for him. Thank you for the sacrifices. Nobody knows. If you're not been with someone like this, you will not understand. But we know.
Yes,
God bless you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Please, you guys stay in touch, right? God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. These are my people. Oh, these are my people. I know. So for me, it's just important Nigerians share these different stories of our people, of how life has happened to Nigerians, both in Nigeria and both in diaspora. This young man, Tommy experienced Nigeria, and Tommy. Hey, let me say something. I know Tommy will not be happy I'm saying this. When Tommy was about to leave, I know how by the grace of God, we came together to help Tommy. And Tommy would want to reach out and say, Sirdam, send me this person account number. Hey, Tommy's helping Nigerians. Tommy's here now, helping Nigerians back home. He said, Sirdam, send me this person account number. I'm like, bro, he still has a heart of gold, despite what he has passed through. This guy, I say it, you're not more special than him. I am not more special than him. None of us, but he is not that he was born blind. Like people that say, okay, maybe this guy, nothing do am, fresh boy, fine boy. Nigeria happened to him. Nigeria happened to me too. That's why I lost my dad. So when I speak most, I don't feel like Saddam, take it easy. I said I've lost. If it is when you're scared of death, then you will not be taking it easy. I have seen death. I have told death not today, and I have nothing to be scared of. So when I speak about Nigeria, I speak from a privileged position. I know that there is nothing I am scared of. I was in an accident that led to the death of my dad. I was in the same car. So you cannot tell me anything. And I saw what happened, that we went to the hospital from the accident point. We're in the hospital by 3 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. As we got to the hospital 3 p.m. Before they did my dad x-ray, was by 12 midnight. Common x-ray. To find out whether this man had internal bleeding, to check out his it took them extra 9 hours for common x-ray. I left that place and I told my mom I'm going to the house. I have to go to the house. I was in severe pains in my leg. I still have my leg still swollen. Till now, I cannot. If I'm my leg, I still feel the pain by my ankle. But I said, I made up my mind. I said I will not stay in any hospital. That was my own personal decision. I said I was in the pains, but I took it back home. But that was what led to the death of my dad. And I saw the Nigerian healthcare system firsthand. I witnessed it. Oh my goodness. Nigerian healthcare. And this was in 2020, I think 2013, 2014. Not even now. Not even under APC. Under PDP. I witnessed it. And I was like, my goodness. And when I was agitating for my dad's case, I was screaming in the emergency. I was like, please, get this man in bed. Get this man in bed. Get this man in bed. People, I was just seeing the doctors, the nurses were all nonchalant, acting some type of way. I'm like, is it that people don't understand the sanctity of life or the importance of how you call it an emergency ward? Then my mom came with my younger brother and they took the whole stress out of me. I went home. I was back home calling, how far? What's the latest on that? What's the latest? They say, up to now they're trying to x-ray till 12 midnight. They were able to do that man x-ray. And I came back with my pains the next day. The security man that saw when I came with my dad was not telling me, he was like, Saddam. He didn't know my name, but he just came and said, young man. He said, who is this man to you? I said, that's my father. He said, if you like this man, take him out of this place. Take him out of this place today. I now called my mom and my auntie, and they were there. I said, Mom, this is what they're telling me, that we should discharge dad from here today and take him to a private hospital. This was a federal medical center. The facility there is massive. If you see it, is a massive facility, but not empty, big, empty comb. And that was how we had to process his document to take him out of the hospital. Was another extra day before you not take him. Long story short, my dad struggled for the next 1 year plus, close to 2 years. Yeah, from 2014, 2015, 2016, he passed on during Buhari's regime. When I was leaving the country, I went back to that hospital. I just out of goodwill, I was like, let me go to the hospital and see if there are 1 or 2 people I can help with the hospital bills. That was like my own sacrifice before I left Nigeria. I went back to the hospital. I went back to the ward I saw my dad in. And it was 10 times worse off than when we were there. In the space of like 4 or 5 years. And I was like, Nigeria is only getting worse. There is nothing happening in the country. There is no progress. There's no progress result in this country. There is nothing you can point and say, okay, from 1995 to now, it is better. It is worse. And if we don't speak up and if we don't fight, it will continue getting worse. Meanwhile, other places are blooming. Other places are getting better. Other countries are advancing. They're leaving us behind. So if you're joining us right now, my sister Tina here, she just spoke earlier on. She's in Togo. And if you have seen her, she was listing out the amenities in Togo. People were commenting on YouTube saying that they think she's talking about Holland or Canada. Ordinary Togo. That I'm very certain that the whole 36 states in Nigeria is richer than Togo. But what Togolese and others are benefiting in that country. is something you cannot write home about. So we can always accept to the mediocrity that our government is giving us and defend non-entities, defend nonsense that they are working. Or we can all as a people stand up and demand for good governance and say enough is enough. That we cannot be so wealthy as a country yet be so poor in every basic amenities. Let me bring in my sister, another person that I think this today is just I have honestly today I have wonderful people, and I want to put this outside also for Nigerians, please. Tomorrow I want to make tomorrow's space a space of Nigerians in Africa, in African countries. Please, if you're in any African country, whatsoever African country you are, please come on the live tomorrow, please. If you know someone that's in another African country, please come on the live tomorrow, because I want it to be a series whereby Nigerians at home, Jaja, I'm coming to you right now, please. If you can just Nigerians at home can see what their fellow African countries are doing. When we say that other African countries have left us behind, people think we're just exaggerating. This our sister in Togo today has proven how better Togo is in electricity. There's pipe-borne water running in her house. Internet is cheaper, better, faster. There is, if you have a crisis in Togo today, in 3 minutes, 5 minutes time, ambulance will come and pick you. Their government hospitals are better off than our own in Togo. So maybe somebody will come from Benin Republic tomorrow. I have somebody in Kenya also on the platform today. So I have today's space for me is just Nigerians. Let's hear other Nigerians. Let's hear experience of other Nigerians in other African countries. For the dumb APC Tinubu supporters that have not crossed their local government, that have not crossed their border, that think that Nigeria is actually working. See how other African nations have left you behind and where they are today. Meanwhile, guys, what are we doing with the power tapping? Please, everybody, please let's power tap the live. It's very important we get more people into the conversation. And the more you guys power tap, the more TikTok tends to push us up the FYP. So please, guys, let's get to our target of 100,000 likes. Thank you so much. Jaja, if you can hear me, please, I would love you to come to the conversation right now. Thank you.
Brotherly, how are you? Hello, good evening, everyone. As you can see, I'm holding a book that was written by my late dad, Media Politics in the 20th Century, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, 1955 to 1999. You know, I spoke about the script, and there's something very interesting. He was privy to have been invited to the World Conference of Non-Aligned Nations in Cuba. And there's a very interesting thing he wrote here. And he said, let me just cut it. I had briefly indicated the hostile reception by the Madrid security police in later pages, but the most significant aspect of note is the fact that the very day I left Havana on my return home to Nigeria on the 25th of November 1975, as contained in my passport, coincided with the stealing of my entire documents of World Journalist. That significant date in the history of the evolution of the NUJ was the very date the famous Benin NUJ Convention 77 took place in Benin, which ousted me from the presidency of the NUJ in November 25th, 1977. Researchers, media historians, and contemporary practitioners of journalism may find it interesting to find out the significance of my ouster from the presidency of the NUJ, coinciding with the attack on my person by Spanish security personnel in Madrid and the stealing of my entire luggage at the British airport in London. Could there be a link between the events that took place in Cuba, Spain, Britain, and Benin in Nigeria, or one and the same day? Will media historians in the future, as in the present, dismiss these crucial events as merely coincidental? Would it be possible to argue that the Euro-American powers have vital stakes in the Nigerian Union of Journalists? Will these foreign powers welcome the emergence of the NUJ into a global force to reckon with? Anyway, I read this for a particular reason, and
please, is this book in the market?
Sirdam, they try to silence everything that he has ever worked for. They are trying to cover everything up. So at this point, but Nigeria happened to me. I don't know if like 2 years ago you could remember a woman that was evicted with 3 children that the former minister of Women Affairs with you came to rescue. Well, my case has been ongoing for close to about 7 years. From one court, I think almost more than 10 courts that they dragged me. And at that point, I could not link what was going on. I only spoke out on domestic violence and then other things that were not adding up. But then again, I am carrying the grandchildren of a former senator, former ambassador, former this, former that, former that. But that wasn't the genesis of our problem. But then I did not link it to something that had happened in the past. So I was just a victim of circumstances. And to say that if at the long run we tendered evidence, I was on Arise TV, had evidence was there, how they were tearing, roof tearing, and then we filed for fundamental human rights. And the lawsuit was filed. Guess what, Saddam? The whole evidence in court disappeared. From court after court. And you see, systematically, if they want to silence you, what they do is they drag you to these courts, police stations, all your reports will be missing. They will try to set you up to fit into the role so that nobody will listen to you.
Sorry, please go on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on, please.
You can see the scar on my neck. I have other scars. You know, they will tell you the law believes in facts and evidence. I was just an ordinary housewife, and let me shock all of you, I'm not a degree holder. I am not. And I'm not saying that it was intentional, but that is the way I'm from the north. I'm a Muslim. But for me to be taken to a Sharia court and labeled as I have denounced Islam, I'm not true and faithful to the faith. In short, the only thing I've not been accused of is that I murdered someone. But guess what? Through it all, Saddam, I remember something my father taught me. He told me to stand for the truth, to be fearless. If I'm standing in front of the king, I should not fear the king. And I had 3 innocent lives that I had to protect. Saddam, I will tell you, I had a near-death experience. I ran to the police in my broken state of mind, broken ribs and whatever it was that was going on with me. They looked at me. By the time they saw the name of the persons involved, guess what? They are big men. It's a civil case. The main people that call themselves our friends, tried to cover up, tried to set me up, giving me location, they will help me. In short, when somebody tells you they've entered the house, there are people that will enter there and won't come out alive. It's all a setup. But then again, when the government finally called me, I told them. They said, did I go to school? I said, no. How did I gather? Did I work for say? I said, no. I watch TV. It's just TV, the blacklist and the whatever. They looked at me. Where did I learn how to speak English? I said, this thing. All these things was because my father has always engaged in my life. And I thought by calling out from the Buhari government, I heard somewhere that my father once wrote an article that said they shouldn't ever vote that way. And that was an offense. I was the daughter of their enemy, you know. And he's late. These people will come for your children. When you decide to say you are not going to be a part of them, they will come for you, come for your children, come for your generation after generation. Because they are where to do that. And they will forever. That is why when my issue began, Saddam, I'm from the north, they tell me that I shouldn't engage with the non-Muslims or the Igbos or the this. You could imagine it was the Igbos, the Yorubas, people from all over this country that had humanity inside of them, that stood and fought my battles for me. When they flunked me out on the street, they were there to shelter me. Saddam, I lost everything. Court after court is to financially drain you. There was a day they almost took me to prison in Federal High Court. And guess what? The so-called case, IG of police versus me, cybercrime, I said, back. It never me said, the whole booklet was the story of another woman, a different name. I was arraigned against no bail condition. That you'll be shocked. You see, when we talk about the judiciary and what they are doing right now, we need to rescue our country because I've lived in the white man's land. I've lived in other countries. In a day, I was in South Africa. Just a pothole that the whole road in the night, they'll come and clear the whole road that it has expired. Just a pothole. And watch that happen. You see choppers flying because of security in another country. We can afford all these things. We can. But where all the money is going? Nigerians should know that we are not meant to be poor. All of us are supposed to be billionaires with the kind of abundance we have in this country. This script they are writing is just for themselves. Are we not seeing it right now? How many? Is it the gold mines? Is it the mineral resources? Wherever you see insecurity now, with the advent of lithium, maybe it started. They test drive it when oil was discovered. All of a sudden, they were militants. Go back to Niger Delta. Those communities, they've been tapping all these oil resources. See the state they are in. Who cares? Who cares? As a Nigerian, we should care. Not because it's not in northern world. And then they've discovered a lot of things on ground too. You think all this insecurity, where are they getting the weapons from? Recently in Kano, you've heard how gold were intercepted. All of a sudden, they want to open centers where they will be polishing this in Lagos. All these loans they are collecting, where is it headed to? If anybody knows Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I would like to personally tell him, sir, this wasn't what you had promised us. I am the daughter of late Maila Sida Alisrajo, and you know who I'm talking about. But there are things I cannot say here. But we as Nigerians had hope that you will help us get Nigeria to where we need to be. You know that we are rich enough to even save the whole of Africa. Is it the land? Is it human capital? What is it we don't have? Why are you people so mean to us? Why are you people so reckless and heartless towards our concerns? Insecurity, Nigeria was a country that used to protect other African countries. Nigeria was a big brother. Today we are living shackles in xenophobia. The people that we once helped are looking down on us. And we as Nigerians, are we going to continue with the written script of the differences dividing us? Is this in Nigeria? Do you think that when we go elsewhere, they treat us far better, more than home? There is no place like home. We cannot be patching other people's homes while our own roof is leaking. We need to eradicate this mindset that is a differences. Choosing leaders, all of a sudden the written script of leaders have to come from this side, that side. No. Quality leadership right now is what we should be clamoring for. You see that VDM effect? What they did at the airport, the Rachels, that is what we need to do. Because when they come for one of us, we stand up for one another. One for all for one. You have a right to choose whoever you think, but please, so far so good. We've tested this current government. What has it given us? Where are we? We are going backward and backward and backward, and we are all to be blamed for it. Because collectively, there's this saying in Hausa, the king of many is stronger than the king of power. As one Nigerians, and we thank God for social media. Have you noticed? Okay, let me tell you, back in the day, powers like student unions used to have a lot of power. Media had a lot of power, mainstream media. You know what they did? They sold it off to themselves. They decided to control the student unions. They no longer had any power. Traditional rulers no longer had any power. Have you understand how all the institutes in this country, we are the ones paying the taxpayers' money that is paying them, even the legislators. But are they working for us or are they working for themselves? Have you ever asked yourself that? Once they get comfortable, look, even the Constitution, we should start questioning the Constitution. They pass laws and laws and laws and laws. Did they engage? Do they normally engage us? How many times since your representative entered that place? Well, how many times have they gone to town meetings with you or I? We cannot even question common councillors. We cannot question local government chairman. We cannot question anybody. They want to create roads. We are still thinking about roads. In our educational system, we are still doing theory, not practicals. Nations are growing globally. And where are we today? Backwards. Are we supposed to be backwards? No, we are not. And then is the class donors that are now our presidents, our this and our that, and then we go and do Dubai. How much are you getting out of it? That is why at this point, Saddam, I continue to say no more engaging in all these supporters of the other party. Because I think it's time for us to tell them we are no longer engaging you, because we're giving them a platform to sell out their ideology to those that are foolish enough and gullible to come and start listening to them. What have we gained? Saddam, go to healthcare in Nigeria. You will cry. I went to do charity somewhere. Many hospitals. Saddam, The beds man they are lying down on is just foam that they wrapped with wood. No doctors, people lying on the floor, people were dying. How much are they paying our doctors? What is going on in this country that we cannot try for change? Look at the insecurity. They would rather rehabilitate the offenders. What happens to the victims? The trauma. I had trauma. If I see uniform today, not because I'm guilty of anything, I am traumatized. And they took me to places in ways that if I should tell you that it happened to me as just being a mother that has no criminal record, all because I spoke out. And then it was the same society that was judging me. I ran to a mosque, not one, not two. The moment they see the name. So you think our men of God are godly? Nah. Wake up. Religion should be a personal thing to all of us. Nobody should be used to control us anymore. We are speaking out as one. We want our country back. We want better. We deserve better. We need better. And we are speaking now for better. Nobody is clamoring for violence, but already we are plagued with the violence. Who is funding them? Every time they bring any facts or evidence or anybody dares to speak out, they back them. They back them. Yes, they back us. That is what they do. They threaten us. They back us. They take us. And then we end up running away. That is why those in diaspora, we need you more than ever. Because we need you to stand as one advocate. Because there is a threat to democracy in Nigeria. There is a threat to democracy. It feels more like Gestapo kind of movement here. You remember during the Hitler time what was going on? One by one. The only thing they've not done is gas chambers for us. I'm just saying it. How dare you speak? How dare not? No, there is freedom of speech. It's there in the Constitution. But wow, all of a sudden they popped up one. Is it crime waiting? What is it? Cyber crime law and something just to silence us. As simple as gender equality, that word. What happened? We women, do we even have presentation in this country? Do we even have social welfare? The first agent of socialization, they said, is a family unit, right? So that thing has been bastardized. That is why we have a lot of deviancy within our societies. That is why we ain't got no love. Humanity has died because look at the north. We complain about Almajiri. A 3-year-old is sent out on the street. What empathy do you expect out of that child? Why are they not ending it? I said the script. The more we don't know, the more they might be. That is why their children are out there schooling while they're giving us inferior. Oh, yes. Because if you don't know your right, how do you fight it? How do you know that you can recall your representative? But they are busy sharing rice now. Continue collecting rice. Rice that has no balanced diet. They are not even including meat or oil inside for you, Maggie. All you are doing is collecting at the what? Detriment of our future and our children's future? As Nigerians, once and for all, I think Nigeria is not. If it were for me, state of origin should be eradicated. Every Nigerian has a right to be Nigerian. Our lives, they took an oath to protect lives and property. But if you see them attacking anyone right now, I'm telling you, it's not part of whatever it is they are. And I've already given them a name that I saw somewhere. They talk Peter Obi this all the time. Peter Obi, anybody you see them chasing, that's somebody is a threat. Where is Nasru El-Rufai? Where is it today? All of them, they are being packed. It's selective justice. If he has broken the law, yes, they have a right. But all of a sudden, others are getting away, even running for offices where they have charges in the Nigerian courts. Does that make sense? So if you are for them, nothing happens to you, right? What are we saying to ourselves? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? There was a committed heinous atrocity. He spoke out, right? So now, I am from the north. And after listening to all that he said, so is it that he was onto something? Who is fooling who? Yeah. I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I'll continue to say we can do better. And the change we are clamoring for has to start from you and I. We cannot continue this way anymore. Whether we like it, home is home. There's no place like home. We are blessed with just tourism alone, with our diversity alone. Do you know how many jobs can be created if the West was created on the backbones of illiterate slaves? You think we cannot build our nation? Each community has something special to offer this country. Why are their policies? Why are they not making policies to make the lives better for us? Every day is taxation after one bad policy after the other that does not benefit you or I or the future of our children. Our educational system is in shambles. Are they trying to correct it? You saw the budget they allocated, but you see billions of naira. Even Ebola, when we don't get Ebola, what are we saying for crying out loud? Thank you, Sada.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, guys, if you're just joining us, I've been speaking to my sister Jaja. Please, you could just mute your mic so I don't get interference. Thank you so much. That's Jaja, a daughter of one of our most prominent Nigerian journalists. Um, if you're joining us, she's like my third guest today. I have one already still with me on the two of them already. See, the two of them are still on the platform. I started the show today with Tina, a Nigerian based in Togo. You know, expressing and just telling Nigerians what's happening currently in Togo, and took the story down to Waziri, my brother Tommy, that Nigeria happened to. We saw his story, and you're just listening to our normal sister that Nigeria has happened to also, Jaja, and another lady, you know, saying things that normally people will not say. You see how much they have divided us across all these different religious and ethnic lines, so that you see the truth happening from your brother and you don't want to say it, or from your region and you don't want to say it, you keep quiet. Like I started my show today by saying that Nigerians, so there was a bomb blast in Lagos yesterday. Bomb blast in Lagos yesterday, and it's like there's nothing. There is nothing happening. It's like see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. That's what we found ourselves in our country today. We shield corruption, we shield bad news because it's like make we not talk and make it not affect. Meanwhile, there are real consequences offline. And so going forward on my platform, I'll make tomorrow a special day whereby if you're a Nigerian in not in diaspora now, it's diaspora because once you pass Nigeria, you're already in diaspora. But if you're a Nigerian in any African country, I want us to break this in from ground up. Let's break it from ground up, because what I've noticed is that many people that support this government unknowingly are people that are victims. I said yesterday that they're actually victims. They don't even know that they're victims. So there's this lie that they have painted, that this fake story that I've given them to feel like in Nigeria, we are actually doing better than other places. So I want us to start the story from our fellow African countries. So if you're a Nigerian living in, yesterday I had somebody from a Nigerian in Liberia that came out and said how Liberian currency is stronger than Naira today. Liberia. Our sister in Togo came out today to say things that if you have heard what she was saying, you think she was talking about one Western country. But that's actually Togo. That's our back. That every state in Nigeria is richer than Togo. Every state in Nigeria is richer than Togo. Bar none. But you guys see the experience of how Togolese are enjoying basic amenities. So if you're I'm going to bring up the next speaker before I open up the floor to other people to react. I'm going to bring up someone in Nigeria that I saw in the comments to say he's actually a Nigerian in Kenya. Let's hear how Nigerians in Kenya experience Kenya. Please, Mr. Scott, you're welcome to the live. Take it away from here, please. Mr. Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I've been joining your live for some time now. And before I say what I want to say, I just want to ask one question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on, ask your question. Please, before I ask my question, please, Mr. Patrick Guada something. Please, let me block you first. Please, on my platform, you know that I've noticed that TikTok is a room whereby you guys have no rules. You guys have no upbringing. Many people on TikTok don't have upbringing. Right, on my platform, we try to be sane on this platform. If you guys go on other platform and you do your bigotry, you can do it there, please. When you come to this platform, please keep your bigotry aside. Keep your bigotry aside. Don't come out here and just blanketly call out a tribe, insult a tribe on my platform, and I will just throw you out of here. Please keep your bigotry aside, and if you don't like the conversation, you can leave. If we are five here, five sensible people saying things that are making sense, we'll end the show, we'll go on. Please, very, very important. If I see your comment that you're doing any bigotry, I'll just throw you out. Thank you, Mr. What do you call you, my brother? Scott, where are you? Scott, please go on.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask a question, right? Let's not lie to ourselves, because I guess all of us here, we are all Nigerians. Do we really think one Nigeria will work for all of us? Because as big as Nigeria is, to me right now, I'm living here in Kenya. If you ask me, as a Nigerian boy or as a Nigerian guy, we will be comparing Nigeria to maybe Burundi. I know most of us here know Burundi. You understand? Talk less of Togo. So you were saying something before I sent in the request, talking about lights and some infrastructure. Light here, the way we pay light here, you don't need to go to anywhere. Since I've been to this country, I don't even know their NEPA office. You understand? As long as you have your meter at home, you pay through your phone. They send you your code, you recharge, that is all. You can pay as little as 50 bob. Ordinary citizen pay as little as 50 shillings, like 50 bob. If that is how much you can afford, you can pay that. Even people in the village, like normal villages here in Kenya, they have light. Like people get light for village here in this country. Here in this country, you can travel to other states, the way we have from Lagos to East. You can travel at night without even having any thought. You can travel from Nairobi to other parts of Kenya at night. Nobody will stop you. Nothing like insecurity. I'm talking out of experience. I've traveled at night so many times. Like maybe 8-hour journey at night. You will sleep. Maybe when you wake up, is when you get to your destination. Nothing like gunshots, nothing like that. And then talking about infrastructure or more, Nigeria dirty. If person if you talk at me, I go talk. I'm Nigerian dirty. Like dust don't kill that country, bro. I'm telling you. Even sometimes when I see people talking about, yeah, we have oil, we have this one, we are the giant of property. What is it called? Poverty. This time around, this 2026, now poverty they know us as. I'm telling you for real. Like you can't even post. Last December, I was on TikTok. I was seeing some video. People traveling from Kogi to Abuja. You will see dust, no infrastructure. I don't think, like, if I stand to be corrected, right? But I don't think you can drive 1 hour on any Nigerian road without any pothole. But I believe there are some Nigerians living in Kenya in this life. They will testify to what I'm telling you. We can't boast of infrastructure. No hospital. We don't even have light. And again, here in this country, network. I wish I was up to 1,000. I will show you. I have the paper here. You understand? Network in this country, because I saw that lady talking about network in Togo. Network here in this country starts as low as 1,500 Kenyan shillings a month. I saw one useless Tinubu supporter on the comment section saying Nigeria has unlimited with 1,500 Kenyan shillings, bro.
Can you compare what's the rate Kenyan shillings to naira? What's the rate?
Okay, like 1,000 Kenyan shillings now. The current rate now maybe let's say 10,800 naira. 1,000.
So so that is 1 shillings is equivalent to 10 naira.
Yeah, because 1,000 we exchange 1,000.
Ose Ego, please come up, please. Ose Ego, request the mic, please. Don't bring you up from Senegal. Go on.
Yeah, 10,800 naira. That is the current today rate as I'm talking to you. Now I'm talking about the network. You see, if you recharge this network, there are other, it's based on package. There's one for 1,525, 2,003. It depends on the one you can afford. You understand? But if you recharge any of this network, if you recharge it today, paying 24, there will be no problem the 24th of next month. And even if there is any, is having any slight issue, you just call them. They will be at their office and they will fix it. This network, you don't have to pay for it during installment. All you just need to do, you get their number, you call them, they come to your house, they install for you. You just pay the recharge, like this one now for 1,500 now. You just pay the 1,500. That is all. Here in this country, even in their villages, back then, if you are in Nigeria, I believe all of us here, we are Nigerians. If you are in Nigeria, if it's about to rain, if rain won't fall for Nigeria, if your battery below 10%, you will go charge them. Here it will be raining. There is light. No matter how big that rain is, there will be light.
All right, Scott, thank you very much, Scott. Just stay with me. Just stay with me, Mr. Babatunde. Please unmute your mic, please. I want you to repeat what you said in the comment section, please, with your chest, please. I want to know I want to understand why you're saying what you're saying.
Let him on his camera.
Please. Meanwhile, I want to put him up. Let me put him up, please. You can on your camera, so be a man and on your camera. So in the long run, you're a coward that turned out to be a troll. No, keep quiet. Let me address you. I brought you up here so I can address you. Please. The problem with you people is that you people are uncultured. I brought you up for a reason, so you know that whatever is you're writing on the comment section, I want to hear you as a man. Open your camera and speak. Be a man. You insult a lady that came up here and she's telling her truth because they're calling out a failed government. Then when they give people, I brought you up and I said, come out and speak like a man. But apparently you have no balls between your legs. You see a lady and you feel like she's a soft target for you, you can go hard on her. Because you support a criminal government. I can give you the mic again. Come up here and say it to the camera. Open your face. Be a man.
Sirdam, they will never open their camera because they are nuisance. They are 2K men, 2K boys.
You support a government destroying this country and you cannot win it with your face, with your chest.
Please, Sirdam, let's stop entertaining them, please.
It is insanity. No, I have to bring. I just brought him up here so that he will see that. So Nigerians will see how they are. They support this government. You can't even with your chest come out defend the government that you support. All of you anonymously in comment section 4+4 Tinubu to 2031. Oh yeah, come on, take mic. You cannot. Many of you cannot even speak good English. You're meant to go back to night class, get re-educated. Because they failed you first in the very first instance in education. It's insanity. But we'll keep speaking there. Let me please, Scott, if you want to wrap up in a minute, let's go back to let's take other people, please. I just if in a minute, Kenya, let's use what I'm trying to find. You have said electricity is better, light and water is better. Internet is better.
Yes.
Better roads, infrastructural wise.
Yes.
So what, as a Nigerian in Kenya now, what will be the incentive for someone to say, come back to Nigeria, you come back?
Bro, it's very hard for me to still live in Nigeria again. Maybe I will only maybe visit come to Nigeria for visit. Because the lifestyle here, I'm already used to it. Bro, like, if you yourself, you're not living in Nigeria right now, you will believe me that Nigeria is very backward. In terms of everything, we are very backward. So I don't even see any reason why, like, a grown-up man or a young person coming up will be subjecting to collecting 5,000. 5,000 naira is like 400 Kenya shillings. You'll be collecting 5,000 just to vote. Imagine that 5,000 now. That 5,000 serve you for that complete 4 years. That should be the question. So all me I can say is, this period, before you help anyone, at least you should ask that person, who is that person supporting? If that person, if he or she has his voter's card, because I believe that also will help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. You know, I'm doing this comparative analysis for Nigerians to understand how Nigeria is in comparison to other small nations. Because when we say these things, most times the supporters of this government always tell you that, and they always look at how America is, look at how Canada is. There's also recession in Canada. There's also recession in UK. There's also recession in America. There's also this and that. You know, they always use this Western country. So, as God will have it, we're now using African countries. They call us the giant of Africa, Abi. The good thing that this is, why in a generation whereby you cannot use propaganda, you cannot propaganda your way out of bad governance. Nigerians are now everywhere. Nigerians are all connected by the means of this phone. Right now, we're speaking right now, we have Nigerians in Kenya, Nigerians in Togo, Nigerians in Senegal. I'm not talking about Nigerians in Western country because I don't want to bring in the Westerners. It now look like please, if you live in any Western African country, please come here. Cape Verde, please request the mic. I see somebody from Cape Verde. Cape Verde, please. See Collins here. Please request the mic, please. I want us as Nigerians. And tomorrow I'll probably tomorrow give you people 1 hour space time for Nigerians in other African countries. Just come and tell Nigerians your story of how life, when we talk about these things, basic amenities in Nigeria is luxury. Nigerians we are our own government. You provide your own electricity, you provide your own water, you provide your own security, you build your own roads. Basic amenities. This is what every government must provide. In 2026, it's a shame. Even when I see the man that I support come out and say he will give us 10,000 watt of megawatt of light. It's shameful. A presidential candidate should not even be campaigning on electricity in 2026. But that's the reality of where we have found ourselves. And you see people say that it's not possible. You now see people telling that it is not possible. How can you do it? How in 2026? In 2026, we are so far behind as a country. So we will be using our country people, Africa. Let's use home base, local. We'll use local. Show Nigerians where we did on the map. Thank you so much, Scott. Let me run. I have another person from Cape Verde, but before I come to you from Cape Verde, please, tomorrow we'll use Ibu space. Let me just circle the mic across our people up here. My brother M for Mikey, please, you have it live in 5 minutes. Welcome.
Hello, Saddam. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to start with Judge, referencing one of the statement of Judge when she said, it's high time that we understand the psychology of the current politics being played in Nigeria, which is just a distraction.
Mikey, can you be more audible, please? I don't know the audibility or the energy. I don't know which one.
I don't want us to be distracted by some of these noisemakers who collect 2K every week, who cannot come here and on their cameras so you can see their faces, because they themselves are ashamed of what they are supporting. So I can put on my camera now, you will see my face, because I will say whatever I want to say with my full chest. I will go a bit backward and I want us to understand what we are dealing with. That our problem as people, as a nation, is a psychological and ideological problem. And how do I come to this conclusion? Because before the whole integration of Nigeria as a nation, we have always been a collective people.
Mikey, can you on your camera, please?
Yes, I can. Give me a minute. Let me put on my light so you can see.
Meanwhile, guys, please can we power tap the live? Let's get this live to 100,000 likes as fast as possible, please. Everybody, just don't sit down and watch us and listen to us. Please power tap the live. Let's get more into the conversation. Thank you so much as you do so. Thank you. Tina, thank you so much. Tina, please join us tomorrow also, please. Tomorrow I'm going to make it as big as possible also, so we just have more Nigerians in African countries just come up and share their story. But thank you so much for your experience. I'm fascinated. I'm going to visit Togo because of what you have said. Probably I'll reach out and we'll see about that. But thank you so much. Thank you. Mikey, please let me start your time again. Go on.
We are people that are very collective in our ideology. Nigerian race people, we all grew up in a communal system where everybody cares for everybody. But at some point, if you all observe, especially people who are in their 40s, if you go back to your childhood, we were communal people. We were people who care about each other, who look at, collective growth, collective prosperity. But at some point, there was a foreign ideology that came into Nigeria, and it begins to magnify individual success, individuality as against the collective. So one person makes money, one person gets better. You go to church, your pastor begins to tell you, even if everybody is dying, it will not come close to you. I'm sure you've gone to churches like that, and you begin to hear this kind of prayer. Even if evil is happening all around you, it will not come close to you, and everybody will shout amen. And they will say, in your family, you will stand tall. Even if everybody is poor, you will be the one taking care of all your family. Those kind of prayers, they are ideological programming. It begins to program your mind, and you begin to now be more focused on your individual success, individual prosperity over the collective. And when a few people then make it out there, they begin to dominate the people. They begin to look like the Ogasa. It's a kind of feudal system. We were not like that. That's not who we are. And when you look at most of all these other African countries that you mentioned, these are the things some of them still emphasize. They still practice it. They still look at collectiveness. That's why you cannot promise them a road, for example. They don't see you. I was listening to somebody that I don't want to mention his name, an idiot that was given an ambassadorial position to compensate his idiocy and his hypocrisy. He was saying that it's in African culture for us to compensate the public officers who have served, who have done beyond what is expected. And I asked I said, I wish there were people in that place that can ask him which of them has done more than what is expected of them. That they deserve a land in Abuja, they deserve life pension, whereas doctors, professors, people who are the backbone of every nation, what did they get? But just because a governor or a senator comes into office, serve 4 years, he deserves a lifetime pension. So these are the ideological mess that we have put ourselves into. And to get out of it, we have to collectively get out of it. We cannot be playing all this usual talk and narrative. We have to enlighten ourselves that we are all worse off for it. There is a proverb in my place. I'm a Yoruba person. It says, when one rich man in the midst of 1,000 poor person, he himself is poor. That's a fact. Most of all of you who gets 10 million from ABC, 15 million for this, I pray that one day you will not be on the expressway and you have accidents. Driving out your Lexus that you use corrupt MC money to buy. Let me see whether that your 15 million naira will be able to provide ambulance for you on that spot. Because these are the things you guys don't think of when they're talking about what makes a nation good. You're talking about indices. Somebody is writing indices. Are you all stupid or what? Are you all stupid or what? We're talking about building a country. There are a lot of, if you travel to a lot of African countries, Adam, all these things that they are saying, these are things that people are not even, things that people are not even thinking about anymore. The things we campaign off in Nigeria, we should be ashamed.
I swear.
We should be ashamed. You cannot get basic amenities, health, water. Let's start from water. Saddam, I don't want to go too far. Electricity is too much. Water, just open your tap and water comes out. All you idiots, APC idiots, who just come out and be talking. Open your tap. Does your government provide you water? All the economic indices that APC has been doing, does it give you water? So if you cannot get water, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? So it angers me and it annoys me that we still come here and we debate silly things and we compare heaven and earth. To be fair with you, I'm not saying that Peter Obi is the best that Nigeria can produce. But among his contemporaries, he is the best. That is what we are saying. And tomorrow, if Peter Obi did not meet up to the expectation that we have credited him with, I don't think all the people in this place, intellectual in this place, are stupid enough to be bigoted or be psychophant enough to be saying, even though he's not doing well, we're still supporting for this. But we're not. Because we deserve better. I don't give a damn rat about Peter Obi, and I'm sure he doesn't care about me. He cares about the nation, about his mission, and that's why he's coming out. But if he does not do what is expected, I will hold him accountable. Ask all these APC mugus, how many of them can hold these people they support? As if they are doing it. You see the way the governors talk about Tinubu. Let's thank Mr. Tinubu because he gave us money. As if it was his father's money that is giving them. Let's thank him. He is the one that made the road. As if Tinubu has ever labored in his life to make money legitimately, to do anything good for anybody. He takes your money, he squanders it, he spends it, he gives you crumbs, and you are thanking him for it. That is the ideology that we have right now. And that needs to change. Saddam, we need to blow these things loud so that everybody will hear, everybody will understand, and they will know that we are not in that system anymore where we need to settle for less. We can't do that anymore. We deserve better as a people. It's a shame to be comparing Nigeria with Kenya, Togo. Do you know the kind of resources Nigeria has, Saddam? Do you?
Sorry, what happened? Mikey, can you hear me?
I'm really in my spirit right now. I'm just going to leave, I just want us to go and think. Let's go back tonight and think. Everybody, okay?
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. It's insanity when you see what Nigerians compare and what we do here in our country. It's crazy. Thank Tinubu. Someone sent me a video of thank Tinubu that God. Yeah. We have a long way to go as a people, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I saw a video today of 3 young girls that came out and they were chastising the most stupid girl that won this most stupid girl award in Africa, that was celebrating on camera that she sold her vote for 15,000 naira. That girl, bandit, we carry her. She used that money and pay for ransom. She understand what that 15,000 naira is. That's the kind of people that bandits should carry. And some 3 young girls that came out and they were just young children. You see those children that are more sensible than every APC supporter you can ever see, saying, what is 15K? What is 15K? You see government do something, and you're thanking government for using your money, your wealth. Thank Tinubu. Oh my goodness, let's pass the mic. Please, guys, we're doing 4 minutes each right now. 4 minutes each, just so I can bring as many people up as possible. Just run your thoughts as fast as possible. Mr. Trent, I'll start from you. Trent, in 4 minutes, please.
Yeah, good evening, Saga. Um, yeah, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my
I
brother.
don't know if you
Welcome.
can hear me.
Yeah, you're audible. Go on, shoot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Um, I'm not going to waste much time because we've been talking about the issue of Nigeria over and over and over and over again, and I think it's high time people start educating themselves and enlightening themselves. Most of the time when I talk to people about these issues and everything, and based on my own perspective, I tell them that
Sorry, please. Just sorry.
the issue
I'm going to come to your time. Sorry, please. I want to address someone. Mr. Slade Daddy, I want to address you. Let me address you. You say thanks, bro. Seeing one intelligent about guy for the first time. You see, Mr. Slade Daddy, right? You're part of the problem of this country. I'm sorry. I don't know you. I don't know where you're coming from, but you're actually part of the problem. If you think that um, there are no intelligent Yoruba people that are speaking up against this government, then you are part of the problem. I say that TikTok has created many of people to see things from a very tribalistic angle. There are millions of sensible Yorubas that are standing out against this government. But maybe you people go into rooms of bigotry. Your people, your brain, you're already like them, those unintelligent ones. Because if you think that there's only one intelligent Yoruba, then you're already like them. You're already like those people that you think are not intelligent. Because it's a travesty to me to think that even if, as it is now, that they are not intelligent people from a region because Tinubu is the president. Are we going to say or act as if like we don't know that there are so many stupid people backing him from his region? It's not a lie. If you see 100 comments that are supporting Tinubu, 95 are from the southwest. It doesn't mean that they don't have so many sensible southwesterners. So that mentality is part of the problem. You people are part of the same problem that we're facing in the country today. So don't come and act and say, oh, no. There are many sensible Yorubas that I know that are against this government, that are speaking against this government. Learn and watch the rooms you go to. You know, when you go to a room that are full of Yoruba bigots, insulting and supporting the government, you feel that is the voice of, and maybe there are 100 there. Then you now use 100 people to quantify a nation of million, 20, 50, 70 million people. That shows your intelligence, my brother. So please, reorientate yourself. There are so many sensible Nigerians that Yorubas are against this government and stand against it. It doesn't mean you will not see the ones that and drag those ones. Drag them, but be specific in dragging those people. I beg. Trent, you have the life, please. Go back. Let's go back to you 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe you can hear me.
Yeah, you're audible. Go on.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I'm not going to waste much time. We've been talking about Nigeria issue over and over and over and over and over again, and based on my own perspective, from my own analysis, I've come to realize that Nigeria issue is not tribal issue. Is not even just they are issues though. I'm not disputing the fact that they are not problems. Tribalism is a problem in Nigeria. Religion is a problem in Nigeria. But the core foundation of the problem, of which these will I call them the chess players or the politicians and the leaders, not just the politicians. There are people that rule this country on the ground that we don't even know. It's possible that Tinubu could even be just a puppet itself that we don't even know. So, but nevertheless, I think it's high time we start educating and also enlightening ourselves, because it's one thing to be educated and it's another to be also enlightened. Because why I say so is I've come across a lot of graduates. Me, I'm a O-level student. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm from Anambra State. My biological mom is from Plateau State. I've met a lot of graduates. When you try to talk to them about the current situation of Nigeria and how they the government have failed the country, and how maybe the government is taking away our resources, our mineral resources out of the country for penny dollar that has no value, that is nothing that is backing the dollar, or just the so-called security the United States tell us that they tell the whole world that they provide, of which they don't provide. They are the ones that provide the insecurity, and then they come back to sell you the security. You see, this is why I say the unenlightenment is also the problem, because it's one thing to understand that 1+1 is equals to 2, and also enlightenment is to understand why 1+1 is equals to 2, not just to understand that 1+1 is equals to 2. So the factors that makes 1+1 to be 2, because 1+1 could be 11. There's a probability that it could be 11. But a lot of we Nigerians don't understand these things. We don't understand these things. And this is a core factor that the politicians have understand. This is why they messed up our educational system. Because they understand that poverty, crimes thrives on poverty. When people are desperate, they are willing to do whatever it takes. They are willing to do whatever it takes for temporal pleasure. They don't think ahead of time. They don't think about the future. They don't think about anything else. That's why you see people diving bread just to sell their vote for. Hi God, I'm even honestly, it's really. I've been in Benin Republic before. You're talking about people interacting with people from different.
In 30 seconds, please.
Country. I've been to Benin Republic before, and when I went there, I went there in about 2020, and when I got there, when we go to withdraw 1,000 Nigerian naira from our local bank, they give us 1,200 Benin Sefa. They give us about, is it 1,200 or 1,300 Benin Sefa? And at some point, they started giving us 900 Benin Sefa. And when I even came back, before they had some where they say Nigerians should go, they pursued everybody. And we came back. And people who were still there, I was even hearing that they are now giving, that when you go to withdraw 1,000 Nigerian naira, they will give you 650. They will give you 650 sefa. Of which is very crazy for a country like Nigeria that has all the resources it has. Nigeria has the potential to be a world power country. But let's not even talk about that, Seth. Let's not even go there.
Trent, I have in summary, please.
Let me just round up. One thing again I want to point out is, we here that is having discussions about how to fix Nigeria and how to bring a solution about Nigeria. I've come to realize that there are a lot of people who are doing these things for their own personal interest. They don't really do these things for obtaining the optimal and primary goal, of which is to change Nigeria, actually change Nigeria. I've been to so many.
All right, Trent, I have to stop you now. I have to stop you now because I have to bring other people, my brother. I'm giving you extra time. Please, I do this so that everybody can have a sense of belonging. And please, when you come up and speak, just try and limit your thought process so that other people can also get. And it's not like you're not making sense. I want to go on, but we're time constrained, right? So please, my brother, I have to stop now so I can have other people also come out and share their own.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The King, please have the live in 4 minutes, please. The King, can you hear me?
Good morning, everybody.
Please be very conscious of the time, please. Go on. Good morning, please. Welcome.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sirdam.
We can't hear you anymore, my brother.
I said it is something I find very, very interesting. So let me start by saying that I, for one, have been in Benin Republic, and it was in the year 2022.
and I've seen from directly how things are being run there. Like, I couldn't even get medication for my own self when I was sick because I had no doctor's prescription. You can't just walk into a pharmacy and just get drugs without having a doctor's prescription or something, right? This is just Benin Republic as of 2022, right? Today, I am in Kuwait currently. I am living in Kuwait. But I can tell you, it is still not something to write home about because most of us are seeing this Japa something as an achievement. But I can tell you as a Nigerian that is living in Kuwait, brother, if it was easy, if Kuwait was if Nigeria was something like Benin Republic or Togo, I wouldn't have been here in Kuwait because I can tell you firsthand, bro, I am just into advanced slavery. Like, I willingly gave myself to slavery because my country, I'm fighting just for survival, not even to like make anything. And most times, when you bring up this topic of that is worrisome, most youth will tell you, and as much as I'm seeing my daily bread, I'm cool. I used to see those people as people who are not mentally okay. Because my brother, any country that will progress, the government has a very big role to play. The government is the God that we are seeing as citizens. So anybody who is telling me that I don't have any problem, I don't have anything to contribute to the government, if they want people should continue, bro, you are practically lost. All of us, we have a very big role to play. And the time is now. Because, bro, Nigeria is just a joke of a country. Nigeria is the only country where I see a government doing a road project and there will be banners everywhere to show that the governor of the state is the one doing. Who is supposed to be doing those projects, for crying out loud? The day you applied to be a governor of a state, right, and the day you were elected into office, you have signed that this is the work you are coming to do. You don't need anybody to applaud you for the work you have signed. And not even that you are doing it with your own personal money, you are doing it with taxpayers' money and the internal generated revenues of the state in which you are governing. But yet, people keep singing praises, seeing our leaders as gods. Whenever we see them, we tend to be trembling before them. Then my question is, why is Nigeria like that? Why are we like that in Nigeria? Why is it that we cannot hold our leaders accountable? I am in a working country, bro. These few months that Iran-US was having conflict, Kuwait was feeling the impact directly. But I can tell you for 1 second, my lights did not go off. And let me shock you, I am even staying in a village in Kuwait, like where Africans live. Where I live in Kuwait is where, like, a settlement for Africans. Like, it's not even where the Kuwaitis, the original Kuwaitis stay. But there was no light, like, the light didn't trip off for 1 second up to this very moment. The Strait of Hormuz was closed, right? And Nigeria hiked the fuel price. Then my question is, how is this Strait of Hormuz affecting our oil? The people who is having the direct impact, nothing changed. Gas did not add any price here. Fuel did not add anything. But Nigeria went on and added prices in fuel. This thing that added money to fuel prices. So, what, like, how many are we going to say and it will be enough? I am of the opinion because actually I've been looking for platforms that can speak up like this on TikTok. This is the kind of ideas I want to share. Because even if it leads to fighting to get back our country, I think we should do it. Because I'm almost 37 years and I don't have a wife as a Nigerian. When am I going to get married? When am I going to settle down and have family? What am I going to leave for that children that I'm going to bring into this world? When I've not even seen my own future at the age of 37. What sort of life does these people want for us? And whenever issues like this are being talked about, people will tell you, we don't discuss about this issue on my platform. So then, what are you saying? Your country is burning and you're there pursuing rats. We celebrate our leaders. We allow, anytime we want to ask sensible questions, the next thing that comes into play is tribal cards, religious cards. And we're still not wise. A country as big as Nigeria in 2026 cannot boast of 24-hour electricity supply. A country like Nigeria cannot boast of 24-hour electricity supply, and we think it is not something to be worried about. Nigeria is the only country in the world I can say, in the world I can wake up every morning and the government will decide to sell 1 liter of petrol for 5,000, and you will see one animal sitting by the side that the person will be like, in as much as I can fuel my car, I don't think I have a problem. They are fools. Scums that doesn't know what they are doing. And the problem is that most of us who has not crossed the border of Nigeria doesn't understand all these things. I am in Kuwait now. Like, if there's a bad road, the road will be done overnight. Like, if you apply through a bad road this afternoon, the next morning you will see that during the night, construction workers will be there. The next time you are applying that road, you don't see those potholes that you saw yesterday. This is a working government. The airport, Kuwait International Airport, the Terminal 1 was bombarded by Iran. It didn't take 2 months. It came back to full operations. It was bombarded again. They are on it now. Let it be Nigeria. It will take us 10 years before that airport will come to stability. So what are we saying? We all need to join our hands together, even if it means beating. Like I said it, if I come back to Nigeria, like anytime, like very soon I'll be in Nigeria. If I come back to Nigeria and my mother steps out from the house and comes back with anything that has to do with ABC, she will sleep outside. My own mother. I'm going to lock her outside. Because you don't even think about me, that is your son. If you can go out and collect rice from ABC and collect 5,000 and come back to the house, that means you don't even want any good for me. I don't know what we are thinking. We are just watching Nigeria collapse before our very own eyes, and we think it's funny.
The king, thank you.
You want to say something sensible and reasonable, somebody will come out and tell you, Tinubu 2031, somebody is there showing money, 15,000, and she was so proud, flaunting 15,000 online, that she sold her for APC or nothing. Meanwhile, some people are there, school children and their teachers. One has even been beheaded, and you're still there telling me APC or nothing. What sort of impunity is going on in Nigeria?
Thank you, the kings. Thank you, my brother. Just pause it there, please. Please. Thank you.
I really appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you. I honestly appreciate your input and your insight. I'm going to be posting this your video also. Please, I thank you. More than just needs to hear what you just said right now. Thank you very much. Please join us tomorrow also, please. Thank you. And I just want to circle back to a post I saw on the comment section by Emir Sirdam. He said somebody stole 210 trillion naira, and our Senate president said they shouldn't arrest him, with laughing emoji. My brother, and that laughing emoji is the problem we have. Everything in Nigeria is cruise. Everything in Nigeria is fun to us. We can make joke of every situation. 210 trillion stolen, and we dey laugh, and you put them as comment, come add with laughter. Not be anger emoji, not be say. So you see how we have been indoctrinated to see bad governance as a normality, criminality as a normality, fraud as a normality. There is one Nigerian criminal that was arrested in America that he has come back. I'm going to his Instagram page and I'm seeing people going there to hail him under his Instagram page. Hush puppy will come back. Nigerians will go to his Instagram page and hail him. May God help Nigeria. 210 trillion. That will fix Nigeria. Will turn us to Dubai. 210 trillion. One person get mind. Move on. May God help us. Ayekoto, please, you have the line, please, my brother. 5 minutes, please. 4 minutes, sorry, please.
Yeah, thank you, Saddam. My name is Adebayo, but my nickname is Ayekoto.
Ayekoto,
I
welcome.
just want to thank you for your time and your energy. So what I want to say is very brief. I'm not going to even stay up to 4 minutes. Someone said doing same thing, same way, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. We must do things differently in 2027. We have tested Tinubu and he has failed us woefully. And there is no need for us to re-employ him in 2027. Let us give the opportunity to somebody who we have also tested at the governorship level, and we discovered that he has a different content compared to an average politician in Nigeria. An average politician in Nigeria is greedy. But Mr. Peter Obi has conquered greed. He has shown to us he has conquered greed. The way Tinubu has been handling security in Nigeria, the way Buhari handles security in Nigeria, Peter Obi will not do it the same way, because Peter Obi is not going to be put there by the cabals. Peter Obi will be put there not by money, politics, but rather by the people. So he's going to be responsible to the people. They ask him, how are you going to handle this problem differently? And he said, 2 drivers cannot be in a vehicle. That's the kind of president I want. If you are the president of the Federal Republic and you are coming out to give us excuse that it is the opposition that want to scare me, are they scaring you or they are scaring Nigerians? So we need somebody who can hold the bull by the horns and flush them out. A young man who is just some years older than my son is the president of Burkina Faso. And look at what that guy is doing with terrorists. Look at how he's handling insecurity in that country. We need somebody who can handle insecurity headlong. We need somebody who can handle our infrastructural deficit headlong. We need somebody who will put us back to factory setting. And the person that can do that among this group of politicians that we have currently in Nigeria, who are on the, they are on the forefront, is Mr. Peter Obi. Tinubu cannot give you anything different from what he has given you in the last 4 years.
Right.
So that is my submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. This is a word of wisdom from an elder. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you. All right, let's move the mic. Meanwhile, guys, please, let's power tap the live. Let's power tap the live, guys. Please, guys, let's get to 100K likes. Please, that's the only thing you guys can give me on this platform. There are so many people listening to my voice right now. You guys are not power tapping the live. I don't know why. Please, everybody, don't stop power tapping until we hit 100K. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayekoto. I stand with what you say. I believe what you say. Nigerian Tinubu cannot give us anything. We are actually seeing the very best of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's the scary part. That's the scary part for me. That what you are witnessing right now is actually his very best. Now imagine his worst, which we always see in most politicians' second term. They are worse. Tinubu's worse. Nigeria will not be able to survive it. We might never have a country to call back home. Thank you, sir. All right, let me run real quick to C. Collins. C. Collins, can you hear me? C. Collins. C. Collins here. Oh my goodness. C. Collins is in Cape Verde a bit. Let me run to OC Best, please, you have the live, please. 4 minutes, please. OC Best.
Hello, can you hear me?
Please, can you talk to your phone and take out the earpiece, please?
Okay. Hello, Saddam. Good evening.
Sorry, please. OC Collins, I'll come back to you. OC Best, go on. Go on, please. You can hear. You have 4 minutes, please.
Hello. Okay. Hello, Saddam. Good evening. I just want to appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm so much impressed. I've been following this program since last week. I've been following this program like the other guy that spoke before this last person. I'm in Kuwait too. We want to see Nigeria work because what we are seeing or what we are passing through here is not what to write home about. It's not what to say or what to talk. We need to see Nigeria work. Understand? We need the system to work. Understand? In terms of everything, there's nothing to when you remember what is happening in Nigeria, you think, what am I going to Nigeria to do? Instead of to go to Nigeria, it's better for me to stay here. Even if to die here, let me die here. Understand? Because sometimes you see like this hospital of a thing, some guys that is driving back here, they will have an accident before the company itself we know, the government, the police, they will come there and call the emergency. They will take them to the hospital first. Understand? Before the company will know what is happening. That's why you see the system, the government that is working. They take care of whether the citizen or as far as you are residing in the country, whatever emergency that happens, they will just take care of you first. They will take you to the hospital and do the necessary things. But when it comes to Nigeria, before we see something like that, maybe the person will die there. We just see Nigeria. Our prayer is that Nigeria better. That is our prayer. I don't have more to say.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. And may God bless you guys as you guys are out there hustling. Please just make sure your people's hustle is clean. Thank you so much. God bless you, OC Best. See us Nigerians are in diaspora, Nigerians they hustle, Nigerians they push, easy. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Bless you, bro. Bless you. All right, let me second the mic to Roslyn. Roslyn, you have the live, please. 5 minutes. 4 minutes, please. Roslyn, can you hear me? Meanwhile, guys, can we please power tap this live as much as possible? We have enough numbers here to get this live to 10 to 100K as fast as possible. Please, everybody, let's get on the power tapping train. Every one of us. Roslyn, you requested the mic. I brought you up. You're one of my people that are always request the mic. Rarely request the mic. We're always on the live. I would love to hear your voice if you can't speak, but if you're not, I'll have to move to Zamzi. Zamzi, can you hear me? Zamzi.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
You're audible. You have the live in 4 minutes, please. Welcome.
Thank you so much for all you're doing. It's always a pleasure. Sometimes when I want to sleep, then I say, let me check TikTok. I see you, then I stay awake. So I was just looking at that girl, that was celebrating 15,000. And it really broke my heart because there's nothing that breaks my heart like a fine girl that does not have sense. You don't have sense. 15,000 an adult. 15,000 can give you 3 square meals a day. And it just comes to mind again the way they use our women. I know they use men for thuggery, boys for thuggery, but the way politicians reduce our mothers, or is it our mothers reducing themselves? And young women, you tire shebi, you are dancing up and down. For how much? Me, I have wondered all the women in Nigeria that are within my circle that I give money. the day I will hear that you tie APC rapper or you're dancing up and down for collecting money for vote, you will eat that money for 4 years. I know you can survive without me. But see that small one that I'm hustling here in a country that has power, in a country that has security. That I am in my kitchen now, my light is on, my door is open because there's heat wave. I am not afraid that somebody will come and jump inside and lock. And for me, the greatest tragedy of this poor government over the years is the erosion of values. We don't have values anymore. You see all this amount that time episode are collecting 15,000 that will be teaching our young women and young men how to become responsible adults. You see all these our brothers and men being told for politicians that will raise the next generation of leaders. And we must demand better. Hopefully we can drive all these animals out of that place and begin to pay attention to our educational system and not just the 4 walls of schools but also homes. Because I remember how I was brought up. I remember that as a young girl you couldn't buy me with money. Not because I was wealthy. When I entered Univen, my mom had died. I passed 3 months before I gained admission. And my father was unwell as well. It was just maybe through the benevolence of people. Sometimes I didn't know that I went through school with, but it was possible to go to school then. And I sit back to that like I know that if I were to live in this Nigeria to school, I would not have been able to go to school. Because we don't have any social justice anymore. And I also knew the kind of temptations that we faced. But because we were raised right from home, and we could say no to those things, and we studied our books, and today I'm here with the same education that I got from Nigeria. Right now, they are burdening all of us with loan. Our young girls are celebrating 15,000. I wish they beat person for screen. That girl for collect slap for my hand. So please, young women, do better. It's a matter of lack of self-respect for someone to tell you rapper for a bad government and you're out there. Or someone to give you 15,000 and you're on social media. It's erasure of value, so and we need to fight back and start to rebuild society one brick after the other. You cannot be a Yahoo boy and think you can fight government. We have to work, and in countries work. Nigeria has natural resources, we have human, we have everything it takes. Nigeria can work, and we must demand better. You guys must vote. Oh, please, whatever you do, vote and defend it. I'll stop here.
Thank you very much, Zamzi. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let me just circle the mic real quick to Uno Circle, please, in 4 minutes, my brother. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's very interesting. I was happy to hear from Tom Waziri. I haven't heard from him all through this year, I believe, and a bit of last year. We used to be in the political spaces on an app called Clubhouse prior to the 2023 election. So I want to start by us doing something. Saddam, I think unconsciously, right, and other people have said this, us engaging these APC people, right, they are actually playing dumb because what? They are buying time. That's the truth about what I've noticed so far. APC people are playing dumb because they are buying time. Their own is, oh, we're going to rig. As long as these people don't start implementing anything in the grassroots, right, we are going to rig it, and then Emir Sirdam is coming back. That's what I've noticed about them. I mean, we had someone here that did not even know what LLM was. I mean, what's his name? Archangel. And then he said that, and then there was another guy, Dauda, remember, when we asked him, okay, you ran for elections in was it Adamawa State? I said, okay, so what is it that you believe you as APC wanted to give to the people? What was the next thing he told us? We should go and hustle. After election, say we better go and hustle. So for us, I believe those who want a prosperous Nigeria, we just need to focus on implementation right now. We have the technologies for anything we need to be able to get offline and actually focus on that. When we come online, we just talk about results. We're not coming to 210 trillion naira. That's approximately about 153 billion US dollars. $1 billion US is going to be able to build, will be able to get us at least 2,000 ambulances fully equipped first grade ambulances, $1 billion US. We're talking about 153 billion getting missing. Just 1 billion. We are able to, with 250 million US, to build a 10-story building of 1,000 apartments of 3-bedroom flats with 250 million. Just to give you guys the scale of what got missing. So now imagine the whole medical healthcare delivery sector in Nigeria, for it to be standard to a global level, 21st century, right, will possibly need approximately 3 to 5 billion US for that to be standard. And with a miss 153 billion US. Senate President said no. Akpabio said no, make them no look into that. For us to now have even the civil servants, they are busy renting up and down. They don't have accommodation. The army, the police, you are seeing the army, the SSS, you are seeing carrying Showore, NIF, housing they do not have. The judges that they just built them houses. You know that the military built houses for judges. They auctioned when this corrupt class of 1999 politicians, the so-called Ivy League scholars, they auctioned out all those houses. And then even the Apple
please, time, please.
I'm just about to that. Even the Apple legislative corner for the National Assembly, don't worry. 2027 is around the corner. After election, they'll do supplementary budget, and they'll have to allocate themselves money for housing and brand new cars like 2023. But there was all these things the military gave to them. They auctioned them off. So we need to put, that is why when you are saying, oh, emoji, you said that and then you put emoji instead of angry emoji. That was when I requested to come up, because that was very important. We seem not to understand the level of destruction happening to us and the level of amount of money is being stolen under our watch. We need to start implementing that. We should forget about 2 by 2 on election days. Let us start the constitution that we're talking about, all those things they gave to themselves. Let us get our own lawyers, break everything down. Let every local government get a copy. Okay, this is what you have to get whoever is running for any position, let them sign that this is what they are going to implement. First 100 days, this is what is going to happen. They have to move this constitution and things like that. And with that, I'll land. I'm looking forward to working with everybody. I think we should be more proactive on that than making all the candidates sign that is exactly the economic policy and whatever we want, sign it. Because now, at least, Saddam, we know one thing. What we're asking for is not something that is going to manna from heaven or is impossible. We have had last week, Prof told us that they had all these things before. So all we're doing is restoring and then building even better a 21st century system.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let's move on with them. Guys, please, we have 5K likes to the end of the live. So everybody, please just go power tap the live. Thanks so much, my brother. Circle. Thank you.
Oyina, don't pronounce the R.
Oyina, okay, Oyina.
Yes.
Welcome, sir. I have the line 4 minutes, please.
Okay. Good morning, Saddam and members of the house. First of all, let me appreciate you. I took notice of you when I started following your videos and all of that. I appreciate your in-depth analysis on national issues and most of these things. But what worries me is that the area that you have not laid emphasis the way I really want is how to get the right people into power. That has always been my major concern. If you notice, if a free and fair election is conducted in Nigeria, Peter Obi is going to win the election. But in Nigeria, as it is today, the free and fair election is not feasible. And there are 2 ways to victory. It's either we go through the Senegalese process where Ousmane Sonko led a coalition of young people that took over power with commitment and discipline, or we are going to adapt the Nelson Mandela approach in South Africa, who came out of prison, knew the corruption that was going on in ANC, knew what his wife, Winnie Mandela, did, knew that he was still going to work with the white men to show his difference between them and the black people, to have a harmonized economy and country. If we are not prepared to use either of these two, we may be fighting in vain. This system that have been created for us is deeply rooted, and I'm telling you out of experience. And that is my major problem and my major worry. Peter Obi, having been in the system, should have understood the consequences of what he's looking for. Nelson Mandela knew that if he raised all those observations, he wouldn't have been elected president. Those same people would have fought him. That is why he waited till when he was elected on the day of his inauguration. He announced that he's not going into office with Winnie Mandela, his wife. He told the ANC people that, look, in as much as you have fought with me, I am still going to work with the white people. So that is wisdom. And if we really have this commitment to our country, we should look inwards and be more strategic. If Kwankwaso or Atiku enjoyed Peter Obi's support in 2023, they would have been president of this country because they would have utilized it. And this time around, I hope that this support should not go in vain. There are certain strategies or certain things you cannot spill it out on social media. But I believe you understand where I'm going. So thank you for providing this platform. That's been my contribution.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Honestly speaking, he said some things here that we can't say everything on social media, right? And I honestly do agree with you that I am not going to use South Africa story as a benchmark for Nigeria, but I understand it, and I understand the peculiarity of our different nations and where we stand politically. Why? But I also understand where you're coming from. I understand that the system in Nigeria is a very corrupt system, that free and fair doesn't operate in the system. And that's why me, in my own approach, or I believe in probably Mr. Pito, this approach is actually trying to empower the electorate, which is me and you, to understand our duties as voters. If there's anything I learned from 2023, I'm not going to repeat the mistakes of 2023 and 2027. We should not, as Nigerians, we should not also repeat the 2023 mistake in 2027, which is the way we conducted ourselves during the elections, our anticipation or expectation that we believe the system will work for us. We have to understand that we are up against a system, a rigged system. And that for us to defeat this rigged system, we have to do things in a different way. For example, I don't believe that we're expecting any result on the IRF or through the beavers, because we're just, even for these Ekiti elections, I've seen places that the beavers, the beaver of a polling unit read 100 and something voters. In that election, APC voted 600 and something people. So APC will never adhere to the law. So we have to also learn how to be disobedient to the process, all within our own civic rights as a people. So we're not going to line up everything here on social media, but I believe that all I'm trying to paint is that Nigerians have to understand that the traditional way of how we vote must change in 2027, where we vote and go back home. In 2027, it should be that we vote and we follow our vote, because for me, I've always insisted that, like you use Senegal as an instance, the Senegalese incumbent president had to hands up. Why? Because of the agitation of the young Senegalese. They were out on the streets. They did not go back home after voting. They were on the street expecting that their vote must count. And their vote counted, and the incumbent president had no option. He knew that it was going to, he had only two options. He either called the main vote or the country breaks into anarchy. And that is exactly what we must do. The same thing happened in Ghana last year. There is no reason why Nigeria must not follow the trajectory of other African countries. When I mean Nigeria, I'm not talking about the candidates, I'm talking about the electoral rate ourselves. We must follow what others have done successfully. We must vote and insist our vote count.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I just wish to share some personal information.
Please, yes, hit me in the DM, please. Hit me in the DM. Hit me in the DM, please.
No problem. Thank you.
I just followed you right now. Please, just let's talk in the DM. I get some things you're saying are very, very important, but I think they're more classified. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much, every one of you that have come out tonight. God bless you guys. It's been a wonderful time with you people on the platform tonight. I just want to end this space by pleading with every one of you. Thank you to all of you that have contributed with your lives, with your gifts, with your intellect, with your posts, with your comments. Every one of you that have contributed one way or the other by sharing the live, by reposting one way or the other. I'm very grateful to you guys. Please, I just want to beg of you people one thing. If there's one thing I can ask of every one of you listening to right now is, please, when you hear things on this platform, don't keep them to yourself. I beg you. That's the only way we can help our country. And sorry, Odems, I can't bring you up. I have over 50 requests right now. Requests. I see the request line. There's over. You guys, I can't. I'm sorry, those I could not bring up. I beg, no vex on me, please. A whole lot of people are requesting for the mic right now, but we have to shut the space to be able to come back tomorrow. Thank you to all of you that requested, by the way. Thank you so much. But please, I'm begging every Nigerian to hear my voice. I'm one person that believes that. In fact, let me tell you people, the platform that we built on X is actually that platform that you heard APC people saying 4 people tweeting in a room in the last elections. Oshimole, it was actually a platform we built on X. I am a practical witness to what few people can turn, the power of few. If we put our mind into it, and if we say, that's why I am 100% optimistic that if we do what we have to do, if we do what we did in 2023 and more, and just change our strategy, Tinubu will be a one-term president. But it entails every one of us playing our role. Don't just be a consumer of this conversation. Don't just come out here and listen to us and feel good. And hear it, I'm like, yes, there are some people like them, Saddam. No, you should also be a Saddam. You shouldn't be a Saddam 2.0 or a Saddam square. You must not necessarily open your life if you don't have you're not that person that want to come out and talk. But you should have your own ecosystem. You have family, you have friends. They should understand the importance of the next electoral cycle. They should understand what they must do. These contents are not contents you should just hear, listen, and keep for yourself. There are things you should take out. Your family, did they know that? Did they understand where we are going to? Because when you see some things that is happening offline, there are people that are parents, their children are on social media that come on live and they listen. So we have a country to save, and for us to save our country, every hand must be on deck. Every single hand. If you don't believe in Nigeria surviving anymore, I understand. Good luck to you. But if you believe that we still have a fighting chance, then don't expect only VDM, only Mama P, only Randy Peters, only this, only that, only no. You must not do what they are doing, but in your own circle of influence, create your own ecosystem. Talk to people, mobilize. If you're in diaspora, talk to people. Let them talk to other people. That's what they call the ripple effect. That is how we change the society. But if you come up here, you consumer will say every day, you feel so energized, you feel so happy, you go and sleep. Tomorrow you come again, make we talk again. Tinubu will just be laughing. And that's what they're banking on us not to do. So I also, this touches one or two people, please create your ecosystem, start talking to your people, start mobilizing your people. Those that don't have their PVC, go and get your PVC. If you're in diaspora, you should not be sending money back to anybody in Nigeria without a PVC. No matter who the person is to you, the person has to have a PVC. That is how we change our country. That is how we change our country. And if every one of us on this platform now have 10 people that listens to us, just 10, you have created over 1,000 plus. What? Well, close to 1,000 from all the platforms. You have created automatically over 10. That's like 3,000 people. Then those 10 get 10 persons. That's extra 3,000. That is how you multiply. It's like MMM. Abi, bring one, get two. And that's what they bring, Abi. That is how we multiply these things. Please don't just be one person that just get this information and keep it to yourself. Thank you so much, every one of you. I hope I've indicted one or two of you that just keep this conversation to yourself. Please, let's come back here again tomorrow, 10 p.m. Nigerian time, and get ready to speak more to our country. And if you're in that, if you're in Nigeria and other parts of African countries, if you know anyone, please invite them tomorrow. We'll have 1 hour of their time. Just let them talk about how life is in contrast to Nigeria back home. God bless you guys. I'm just going to give a shout out to all my top listeners. Mama Wakili, thank you so much. TJ, Clever, Odems TV, The Kings, Maki, my brother well in Nigeria, Uche Wakre, Usifo, Osas, Comfort, Uye 6 March, Izimo, Obi for President, Kim James, Mickey, my brother Zamzi, Chifami, Kenny, Queen Ozzy, Slay Daddy, Anchor, Dede, Mommy, thank you so much. Big Flex, Mr. TJT, Dior4L, Roslyn, Royalty. Thank you to all of you on TDI on YouTube. Thank you so much. Kizzy, Emmanuel, Law. Thank you, everyone of you that have come out tonight. God bless you guys. I'll see Trent, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, God willing, 10 p.m. Nigerian time. As I always say, this is for God and for country. Good night and have a great night.